Hey everybody, happy Friday. How is everyone? I hope everybody's good. Yes, Eden, thank you so much. She just put in the chat, Summer Moon Utah Wells, 1-800-TBI find. So the 1-800-TBI find phone number is only for people who are in possession of information, firsthand knowledge, or God forbid somebody tells somebody something that needs to be reported, but they've asked, nobody calls from YouTube. So I'm going to say really quickly before we get started, do not call 1-800-TBI find unless you yourself has pertinent information regarding Summer, her whereabouts, or her disappearance. Do not make phone calls from YouTube because you heard something during this live or anyone else's live for that matter. And even if somebody is on live as a creator saying, hey, let's blow up the phones there to get attention on this, don't do it, please. It takes away from Summer. So God forbid they were like hot on the trail of whatever, has happened. Their attention is diverted away to whoever or whatever, right? A YouTube live stream. So we don't want any of that. Let me say hello to everybody really quickly. If I missed anybody, sorry, I'm just going to go right down the line. CP Cosplay, Beach Lady, Bridget C. Bridget, were you pocket modding, love? I think a couple people got timed out. It's okay. Bridget, when you're not using your chat, just I'll close my phone out, like the whole screen. That way I can't make any mistakes or whatever. So if you're listening, just make sure the chat isn't open. Just X out the chat, that way you don't pocket mod. Hey, Sky Maiden, Nika Crafts, T. Bori, Emergency Me. Emergency Me is sharing the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, Summer Wells missing poster. Thank you very much. Keep that going in the chat while I'm live, if you don't mind. And also what I have here up on the screen, which is the TBI Newsroom. This TBI Newsroom website is dedicated specifically to Summer. If you go to the TBI website, she's the first thing you see. So while she's not currently on the Amber Alert system up front and center, she is front and center on the TBI website. And that's really, truly all we really ask for after a year. So we're going on 15 months. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation clearly is dedicated to finding Summer. Otherwise, she would not have her own page on their website like this. And you can tell the second you click on that website, she's the first thing you see. So I believe she is a first priority for them. Hey, Tina Bobina, Rita Jean Harris, Overlooking Eyes, blessings to all, Channel Surfer, Angie Carter, Joe Popowick, Stacy, hey, Stacy Chit Chat's Dazed and Confused. Hey, guys driving, don't text and drive. Days, I'm gonna have to slap the shit out of you through the computer screen. Only at a red light. For 2 seconds, that's it. Hi, Nicole Gallant. How are you? Zippity doodah. Zip. I clicked on Emergency Me instead. Okay. So before I get started, I want to do this because it's been a while. I'm going to make this full screen and I want to go over this. It should only take a few minutes, but let's do a refresher here on the facts of Summer. I know I said that I wasn't going to do Summer lives unless something came up, but here we are, and I feel we do need attention on the situation with Fred Hill. I listened to Ziggy's interview with him, and you guys, I don't know why more people aren't talking about it. I did send Ziggy a link in case she wants to come up because I'm going to be using her content. But let's go over the facts about summer really quick before we start this. And it'll help you guys also when you're in chats and there might be speculation going on with, some falsehoods or whatever. And you can say, no, I saw it on the TBI newsroom and this is where you find it. And they specifically stated XYZ. So you can help in the community, in chats. You guys see everything because you're out there, and it'll help to put out the proper information. So I'm going to start. This is a timeline of events for Summer's disappearance, the search for her, and all of the information that the TBI wants us to know. Now imagine if all we had were the facts and no hearsay, no suspects talking online. How would we ever begin to start over? I've thought about trying to cover Summer without any neighbors, any witnesses to seeing Candace here, seeing Don there. I do wonder what it would be like if there wasn't so much commotion. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to have my eyes on the chat, but I am going to try to get through this quickly because I want to get straight into what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, so Amber Alert, Summer Wells, this was day one, updated. At approximately 6:30 p.m. on June 15, 2021, Summer Wells was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in the Beech Creek community of Hawkins County. At that time, no one imagined we would still be searching for her a year later. We've said from the beginning that this case is outside of the norm. Can you hear Leslie Earhart's voice when you're reading this? I can hear her saying this. I believe she said this actually, Leslie. I think these are her words. We've said from the beginning that this case is outside of the norm. There are few clues as to what happened to Summer, despite investigators doing everything within their power to find answers. All possibilities are still being explored. Many of you have asked for details about what's been done in the last year. We can tell you that agents and detectives have worked thousands of hours on this case. Numerous search warrants have been executed. Cell phone data has been analyzed, and any other available digital evidence has been collected, searched, and documented. This includes the social media accounts of those associated with Summer. 3 large-scale ground searches have taken place in the last year with the assistance of more than 100 local, state, and federal agencies. Those searches don't account for the numerous other targeted searches that agents and detectives have done while following up on potential leads. From TBI alone, more than 100 agents, intelligence analysts, and support staff from across the state have been involved in this case. TBI agents working alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI have conducted nearly 170 interviews during the investigation. That does not count the hundreds of phone calls made to follow up on tips reported to law enforcement that were the result of non-factual information posted on social media. While investigators have been diligently working to find answers, they've had to deal with hundreds of tips generated by false information that, in some cases, has been intentionally spread across social media platforms. To date, we've received well over 2,000 tips. The vast majority of those pertain to rumors and speculation. We know that this case has attracted the attention of many across the country who genuinely care about Summer and want nothing more than to help find answers, and we appreciate the interest. However, we are also aware that some individuals are using this case for their own personal gain by spreading false information on social media posed as facts. Some go as far as to solicit donations. This has had a major impact on the investigation. Moving forward, we ask that the public not submit tips as a result of a video you have viewed on YouTube or a theory you've seen posted on Facebook. Please help us and only call if you have direct, specific information about the disappearance of Summer. We can't begin to express our gratitude for the support and assistance from the Hawkins County community and surrounding areas. The Mount Carmel Free Will Baptist Church provided the location for a command post during all 3 large-scale searches. Numerous organizations and businesses made sure teams and investigators had food, drinks, and other supplies. The contributions of the members of each rescue squad and volunteer fire department within Hawkins County simply can't be measured. We also appreciate the cooperation of the property owners in Beach Creek, most of which gave us whatever access we needed. We want to assure everyone who has been a part of this investigation or has been following this case that it is not cold. We continue to follow up on potential leads and will not give up on finding Summer. Below is an updated list of frequently asked questions regarding the investigation. Now, I want to read through these quickly because they are frequently asked questions in chats all over the place, and it'll help you guys help others to spread the correct information directly from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. So the first question is this considered a cold case? The answer is no. Investigative work continues to occur almost daily. Is the Amber Alert still active? Yes, an Amber Alert remains active until a child is located. When was Summer last seen? Her mother reports last seeing her on the afternoon of June 15th at their home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we will not provide additional information regarding the timeline. Now, it's important to note her mother reports last seeing her the afternoon of July 15th at their home in the 100 block of 100 block of Ben Hill Road. So I'm not gonna comment on that, but her mother reports. Have you searched the home and property around the residence? Yes, more than once, including the basement, crawl space, all vehicles, outbuildings, barrels, and other items located on the property. Additionally, K-9 teams specializing in a variety of search methods have also been utilized. Have you searched the phones and computers belonging to the Wells family? Yes, working along the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, numerous subpoenas and search warrants have been obtained, resulting in any available digital evidence being collected, searched, and documented. This includes social media accounts. Have you analyzed cell phone data? Yes, cell phone data and cell tower data have been analyzed. Have you searched the flower bed? There was not a flower bed. Summer's mother and grandmother stated that she was planting flowers with them shortly before she was last seen. The flowers were planted in pots, and yes, the pots were examined. How many ground searches have been conducted? Excuse me. 3 large-scale searches have occurred. Dozens of other targeted searches have been conducted over the last year as a result of investigators following up on leads. Have you searched waterways in the area? Yes, dive teams were brought in to search bodies of water in the area on several different occasions. Have you conducted aerial searches? Yes, numerous searches from the air have been completed. Additionally, drones were used to map the area and to pinpoint bodies of water as well as any other points of interest. Will additional searches be conducted? Investigators will continue to search points of interest as they are developed, as well as follow up on all tips regarding Summer's whereabouts. Have you collected and reviewed surveillance video? Yes, we've collected surveillance photos and videos from a variety of locations. Additionally, the entire area was canvassed in an effort to locate any residential cameras that weren't voluntarily reported. Please keep in mind that the Beech Creek area of Hawkins County is very rural, with few businesses and no traffic cameras. Have you questioned the parents? Yes, both have been questioned more than once. Have you questioned others that were in the home at the time Summer went missing? Yes, Summer's brothers have been interviewed along with others who stayed in the home in the months before her disappearance. Now, look, Summer's brothers have been interviewed along with others who stayed in the home in the months before her disappearance, meaning those who stayed with the Wells. So that's an important one. Have you questioned neighbors and searched their properties? Yes. Have you questioned registered sex offenders in the area? Yes. Is there evidence that Summer was abducted? None that we've developed at this stage. However, we continue to investigate all possibilities. Is the FBI involved? Yes. They've been involved since the Amber Alert was issued. Additionally, in the first week, the FBI Child Abduction Rapid Deployment CARD team responded to the area. FBI agents continue to assist with the investigation. Now, here is the Toyota truck. Oops, hold on. Why did you release information about a Toyota truck? An individual who travels through the area regularly as a part of his job stated that he recalls possibly seeing a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed, ladder rack, and white buckets in the truck bed. The individual stated that the truck might have been parked in the area of Beech Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening on either Monday, June 14th, or Tuesday, June 15th. That vehicle was not captured on surveillance cameras. In an effort to cover all bases and identify the driver, the TBI, in agreement with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, released the vehicle description. Our hope was that the individual might have information that could help the investigation. The driver has not come forward, nor have the hundreds of vehicles reported to us as matching the description panned out. So on March 2nd, the investigation into the disappearance of Summer Wells remains active and ongoing. This week, teams returned to Hawkins County as a part of a planned search that focused on previously identified areas of interest. Additionally, agents and detectives continue to follow up on potential leads. We ask anyone with credible first-hand information regarding Summer's disappearance to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Now, these are some photos you guys have all seen. Now, this is December 15th, 2021. It has been 6 months since 5-year-old Summer Wells was reported missing from her home on Ben Hill Road in Hawkins County. The case remains unsolved and weighs heavily on all those working to find answers. The investigation remains active and ongoing as TBI agents work alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI to determine what happened to Summer. At this time, there is no evidence that she was abducted. However, all avenues continue to be explored, including foul play and the possibility that she wandered off and became lost in the mountainous and rough terrain surrounding her home. We are asking anyone who saw Summer at any time on Tuesday, June 15th to come forward if they haven't done so already. This stands out to me. Look. And I don't want to comment on my feelings because I don't want to speculate. But look at that. Look at that sentence. We appreciate the public's ongoing interest in this case and urge anyone with credible information to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. We would also encourage the public to be cautious about donating to private individuals who claim to be working with law enforcement on this case. We've been made aware of several individuals who appear to be using Summer's disappearance for their own personal gain. So November, we're going backwards here. So is there anybody who wants me to go from June 15th to December, or do you mind that I go backwards to the beginning? Is that okay with you guys? We're gonna go from back to, we're gonna go from the most recent to the day she disappeared. We'll do that. Okay, you guys are good? Okay. November 10th, 2021, the investigation into the disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Wells remains. Did I read that already? Hold on a minute. Did I read this? Groundhog Day, sorry. Okay, no, I didn't read this. Okay, so November 10th, 21. The investigation into the disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Wells remains active and ongoing. The Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation continue to work alongside the FBI to determine what happened to Summer. As this is an ongoing investigation, we are limited to the details we can provide. However, since we aren't able to respond to all individual inquiries, we've worked with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office to compile a list of questions we frequently receive from those who have recently started following the case. Most of the questions have been asked by local media agencies covering the case from the beginning and have been answered by authorities throughout the investigation. Our number one goal is finding Summer. Please help us, and more importantly, Summer, by only sharing facts about the case. Anyone with credible information is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. So, when was Summer last seen? Her mother reports last seeing her on the afternoon of June 15th at their home in the 100 block of Ben Hill Road. In order to preserve the integrity of the investigation, we will not provide additional information regarding the timeline. So, when was Summer last seen? This is the answer. Her mother reports last seeing her. Okay. Have you searched the home and property around the residence? Yes, more than once, including the basement, crawl space, all vehicles, outbuildings, barrels, and other items located on the property. Additionally, canine teams specializing in a variety of search methods have also been utilized. Have you searched the phones and computers belonging to the Wells family? Yes. Working alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI, numerous subpoenas and search warrants have been obtained, resulting in any available digital evidence being collected, searched, and documented. This includes social media accounts. Am I really, hold on. I feel like I read this already. Am I losing it? Maybe they put it twice. Have you collected and reviewed surveillance video? Have you questioned the parents? Hold on, guys. Oh, what did I do? What the heck? Maybe my mouse flipped. Uh-oh. I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. Okay, I don't know what just happened, but either way, we'll keep going here. None that we developed at this stage. Hold on. That's the Toyota. Okay. I know I didn't read this one because this link wasn't there. I think they might have put it twice, guys, some of these questions. Okay. November 4th, 21. TBI agents continue to work with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and the FBI in an effort to determine what happened to Summer Wells. To date, we've received approximately 1,500 tips. Most of those have been the result of misinformation being spread online. While we do not discuss specifics about evidence gathered in an ongoing investigation, we are doing everything within our power to find Summer. You can view the information we've released since June 15th below and in the following Twitter thread. Hold on, I'm going to drop this to you. Ooh. Well, brought me straight to the page. So here you go, guys. I'm going to drop this in the chat. I'm going to go back. All right. So I'm going to put this here. There you go. That's the link. All right. And we need to go to 11.4. What is going on here? All right, there it is. So then we have August 4th, 2021. The investigation into the circumstances leading to the disappearance of 5-year-old Summer Wells remains active and ongoing. Agents and Hawkins County detectives continue to search for a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack and white buckets in the truck bed. As previously mentioned, this stems from the information investigators received that a truck matching that description was seen in the area of Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening on either Monday, June 14th or Tuesday, June 15th. It has been brought to our attention that a photo of what the truck may look like has been circulating on social media along with claims that the vehicle has been located. This is not accurate. Additionally, the photo was not released by law enforcement. We continue to urge the public only to share information from official sources. They're also aware of individuals asking for donations from the public under the pretense that they are assisting law enforcement in the search for Summer. Agents and Hawkins County detectives have not requested investigative assistance from any private citizen. So I'm going to drop this in the chat, and I want you to read this very well. So those who claim to be working with the TBI, there you go. There's the answer. Should we develop new information that could help in locating Summer, we will notify the public immediately. However, please understand that we cannot share specifics about the investigation itself as it's ongoing. This post is from July 8th, 2021. To date, we received more than 870 tips in the search for 5-year-old Summer Wells. The investigation remains active and ongoing as TBI agents and detectives with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office continue to work alongside the FBI in an effort to determine what happened to Summer. Residents who live in the Beach Creek community near Ben Hill Road are urged to contact us with information if they haven't done so already. We also ask property owners in that area to call 1-800-TBI-FIND if they have surveillance or trail cameras that haven't yet been reported to or reviewed by authorities. Well, I heard there's a whole bag of them. Sorry, I had to say that. So, yeah, that bag of SD cards, has that been turned over to authorities? I'm asking for Summer. Okay. The smallest detail could prove beneficial to the investigation. July 1st, 2021. We appreciate your partnership and ongoing interest in the search for summer wells. To date, we've vetted 730 tips. None have led to a solid lead. Please call 1-800-TBI-FIND only to report credible information, not speculation or rumors. Doing so helps us get to the most important information as quickly as possible. So here we are on June 26, 2021. As we've previously mentioned, we have been working around the clock to identify anyone who may have been in the area around the time 5-year-old Summer Wells disappeared to determine what they may have seen or heard. No matter how insignificant it may have seemed to them at the time, every detail is important. In the process of doing this, we received information that a Toyota pickup truck was seen in the area of Beach Creek Road and Ben Hill Road in the late afternoon to early evening on either Monday, June 14th or Tuesday, June 15th. The pickup is possibly a 1998 to 2000 maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed ladder rack along with white buckets in the truck bed. We've been unable to identify the driver of this truck. Due to this, we are asking this driver to contact us at 1-800-TBI-FIND. We would like to speak with you to confirm this information and ask what you may have heard or seen at the time. If you are the driver of this truck, please contact us. We want to stress that this individual is not a suspect, but is a potential witness who may have heard or seen something that may help us in our search for Summer. June 25th, 2021, to include a number of agencies that have assisted in the search. I don't know what this means. It's a sentence fragment. I don't know why that's there. Oh, okay. They're saying they're going to update, I think. That was a long time ago, but okay. So then we've got on June 22nd, 3 days before, to include photos of the incident command post and aerial photos of the search, which they did up further. June 19th, to include photos of the area where Summer Wells went missing. The search efforts and terrain teams are combing through in hopes of finding her. 3 days after Summer disappeared, June 18th, to include the latest on the search for Summer Wells and the investigation into the circumstances surrounding her disappearance. So I'm going to read this here. Hawkins County, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation continues to work alongside the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and numerous other local and state agencies to locate 5-year-old Summer Moon Utah Wells, who became the subject of a statewide Amber Alert on Wednesday, June 16th. She was reported missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at approximately 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, June 15th. Hawkins County investigators immediately began working the case. Shortly after that, an endangered child alert was issued. New information and a growing concern about the well-being of Summer prompted the TBI to issue a statewide Amber Alert less than 12 hours later. Summer has blonde hair, blue eyes, stands 3 feet tall, weighs approximately 40 pounds. She was reportedly last seen wearing gray pants and a pink shirt and was possibly barefoot. At this time, the circumstances of Summer's disappearance remain unclear. Should we develop information that she was abducted and have a suspect and vehicle specifics to provide, we will share it with the public immediately. As this is an active and ongoing investigation, we cannot share specifics. However, we want to reassure the public that the TBI agents and Hawkins County detectives are looking into all possibilities in an effort to determine what happened to the 5-year-old. We are asking residents who live in the area of Ben Hill Road to please check any trail cameras or surveillance cameras that they have for videos or photos of Summer. We also encourage residents in that area to check outbuildings, sheds, or any other possible space where she could have sought shelter. While law enforcement conducts the investigation, the physical search continues. Numerous local, state, and federal agencies are working together with one goal in mind: Finding Summer. Teams have searched approximately 3,000 acres, utilizing all resources available. In addition to air and land searches, ponds and creeks are also being checked. More than 100 agencies have contributed to the search efforts. It was 121 agencies, you guys. Please only share information from credible sources. Sharing speculation or rumors only makes the process more difficult for law enforcement by increasing the number of non-credible tips. Anyone with information is asked to contact the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND or the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office at 423-272-7121. Tips can be emailed to tips@tennessee.gov. So these are the photos that they put out of Summer. They have the TBI badge on them. All of these have been here for a very long time. And that is it. So what I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to share this link. Guys, hold on to this link. Okay. Let me put this in chat for you. And again, I ask during this live stream while I'm going over Fred's recollection of that day, which comes from Ziggy's channel. You guys, very, very important stuff. I don't know why more people are not focusing on what Fred said. I want to make sure no one calls anybody, okay? Don't call in any tips. I'll flip out. I'll block you forever. All right. That's all I ask. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share this in the chat. I know my mods have been sharing it, but I'm going to pin it. Actually, I'm not going to pin it because I'm going to pin Ziggy's link. I noticed it only has like 600 views on it. So, hello, what's going on here? All right, let's see. So, TBI. TBI Newsroom. And thank you guys for all being here. We appreciate you guys being here so much. Thank you. 15 months later, 487 people care about Summer right this very second. I wish Summer knew that. Okay. I know it's not a very large area that they searched, you know. It's really not in the grand scheme of acreage. It's really not. So, okay. Now I'm going to get right into this. Does anybody have any questions before I start? Because I didn't look at my chat at all while I was reading. Is there anything I missed that was important? Hey, Sassafras Kath, how are you? Misty Dawn US, Annabella. Annabella says, I'll be here till she's found. So won't I, girlfriend? So won't I? All right, so Ziggy. All right, I'm going to share Ziggy's channel for those who might not have it. I'm sure everybody here knows where to find Ziggy. So if you have not subscribed to Ziggy, please subscribe to Ziggy here. All right. And I'm also going to pin the link of what I'm about to share because I want to make sure that you guys know where to find it. So this is Ziggy's very first conversation with Fred Hill. Hold on a minute. Okay. There we go. I'm going to pin this right to the chat. Pin. All Okay. Hey, I'm just me, you just be you. How are you? Hey, blessings to all. Eden, Misty C, Cotton Candy 65, Justice for Summer Moon, Utah Wells, no justice, no peace. Kristen Cure, good to see you, babe. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope everything's okay over there in the DC. I haven't really been paying attention too much. I pop over into streams every once in a while, but I'm so glad you're here. Sandra, we love you, Summer, she says. Justice for Summer, Sharon. Sherry says, praying for answers and justice for Summer. Blessings to all, says, thank you all for loving Summer. Eden, we got you, Summer. You are our girl. We will never stop fighting for you. She really is so loved. And so many people have taken on loving her like they're her mom, her dad, her aunt, her uncle. It's really quite beautiful. All the strangers that have completely fallen in love with Summer and want more than anything for her to be found. And I'm about 1,000 miles away, but I still look for her face in every crowd. And I think all of us would see her. We would know it was her. We would notice. So, oh, guys, you know what? While I'm here, do you know what I found at my local Walmart, you guys, yesterday? Let me share this with you. Look what was on the wall. Hold on one sec. I want to show you. I was at the checkout and I looked over at the wall because we have a big missing. Well, I think all the Walmarts across America have it, but just a sec. I want to show you who was up there on the wall. I'm going to send it right to you. Put it up on the screen. I was really surprised to see this. She stood out to me like a sore thumb. The second I looked up, I said, oh my God. Some of you may know this child, her story. Some of you might not. Lena Sarkeel. She's on the wall at my local Walmart and kind of made me tear up a little bit. Hold on a sec. I'm going to share with you. Come on. It's coming. I don't know why this takes so long for me to pull up my own messages. Sometimes quite annoying, actually. I need a new computer. I've been saying it forever. I think I may actually, maybe I'll buy myself one for Christmas. We'll see. Hold on. So look. Lena. And I had to take a picture. There she is at my Walmart on the wall, Lena Sarkeel. Her family came from Afghanistan. She went missing from California. So she's still missing. Precious babe. Isn't that awesome? I know. All the way clear across the country. I couldn't be farther away from California. Literally. Could not be farther away. California or Texas? Wait a minute. Is it Texas? Oh my gosh. I'm getting rusty here. Hold on a minute. Is Lena Texas or California? Jeez. Hold on. Lena Sarkeel. I'm going to owe a major apology if I just screwed that up. It is Texas. Oh, I can't believe I just did that. Why did I say California, I wonder? Jeez. Well, anyway, either way, she's thousands of miles away from me. And here she is in my little town in the Northeast, right on the wall, which I thought was so special. Yeah, San Antonio. I don't know why I just did that. That's so odd to me. Huh. Wonder what that means. Probably just that I'm losing my mind. Yes, Lena went missing from Texas. Oh my goodness. Wow. See, I'm not paying enough attention. All right. So, would someone grab Lena's missing flyer? One of my mods, if you could grab, I know, Luda. Yeah, California is on my mind today. You're probably right. Yeah. That's probably what it is. Guys, hold on a second. Welcome. Keeping it 100. Oh my God. I'm like, what does this say? Keeping it. Keeping it 100. Yeah. All right, hold on a sec. We're going to pull up the Ziggy's. Hold on. Yeah. Hello. I'm really slacking here in the department of reading a name. So, Ziggy's very first conversation with Fred Hill. So, as you can see, I stopped off there at 18 minutes. This is a half hour long. It's actually a video. So, look, it's only got 50 likes on it. Guys, go over there, click on that link, and go give Ziggy a like on this video. And if you please put it in your watch later and give her the view, share it out also if you can. This is part 1. So we're going to get right into this. I'm going to put it as loud as I can. There is a little bit of background noise because she's outside. So I'll say what I usually say when you're listening to Jody is put on some headphones or earbuds, go to a quiet area, and turn up your volume if you can. I don't want anybody to struggle to hear, but I also will help you. Anything that I find is important, of course, I'll definitely speak what he's saying so you guys can hear. Thank you so much, Duchess. She just shared Lena Snarkeel's missing poster. Guys, click on that, especially if you're in the South. Really important. She could be anywhere. I believe Lena is alive. I think somebody saw her. She's a beautiful child. I believe she's still alive. So please look for her also, like we look for Summer. There's so many missing kids. Oh my God, it's so sad. Danielle, Tiffany, you always do such a great job at thoroughly covering all the details with Summer's case. I know we all appreciate you very much for that. Thank you. Much love. Thank you, Danielle. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, your comment. I just can't believe we're still sitting here. It blows my mind. How did this child disappear with not a single person to see? How? Dogs can't sniff her out. The FBI, TBI, 121 agencies could not find Summer. That's scary. Really, really scary. You guys don't take your eyes off your kids, okay? Ever. I remember when my son was born and as he was growing up, as like a toddler, my dad used to always say, don't take your eyes off him, not even for a second. He said it all the time, drilled it into my brain. I'm like, I know, I'm not going to take my eyes off him. He's my baby. I get it. I completely get it. You cannot take your eyes off your kids. Do not leave them outside to play alone. You guys, I have seen so many little kids walking around, little kids, definitely younger than 10, walking alone down the street. And I'm like, oh, God, do their parents even realize they could be gone in the blink of an eye? In the blink of an eye. Give your kids a ride. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you're cooking dinner on the stove. Shut the stove off. Bring your kids where they need to go. Stop letting them walk alone. Little girls walking down the road, little boys walking down the road. It's terrible. We don't live in a world where we can do that anymore. But most of all, if you're, out there, keep your eyes out for all the little ones, because all it takes is someone to just be in the right place at the right time and to see something that might or could happen and stop it from happening. It's so sad. And it doesn't matter where you live. You could live in the richest community. You could live in the poorest community. It does not matter. Let's see. For all the children, yes. I was always accused of being overprotective. I am too, though, Sandy Sparrow. It's okay. You can be overprotective. Just don't. Well, as they get older, I'm like, can't be a helicopter mom anymore. Like, I just have to let my kid go, What are you going to do? But I mean, when they're little, I don't think it's acceptable to send your less than 12-year-old outside to walk the town all by themselves. Not in today's world, and it's getting just more and more dangerous, So Lippy says, Tiffany, where our condo was, parents would just let their kids swim, hot tub, walk all over the resort alone. My hub and I literally saved a little boy that went under in a hot tub. Oh my God, Lippy. See? This is what I mean. In the water, even worse. Leaving your little one in the water alone. Unbelievable. They should be charged. Any parent who leaves their kid alone to play in the water needs to be arrested. Sorry. I'm not sorry. That's the way I feel. So, all right. We're going to get right into this now. So, I've been live for an hour, so the actual live stream will start. Thank God you were there, Lippy. Jesus. They do happen so fast. Literally, in the blink of an eye, Remy. The closest, I think, I'm trying to think. Oh, I remember I had one scare. One ever. I think my son was, I want to see how old he was, probably 9 or 10. I was in Walmart. I swear to you, right? I was in the paper towel aisle. I ended up walking out of that aisle, and I don't remember exactly where I ended up headed, but I know I was headed toward the front of the store. And I thought he was right next to me because he always stood really, really close to me, And he never left my side. He was always good. I could bring him anywhere. He was an angel baby and an angel child. He really was. I was very blessed. God bless him. This one I remember. I looked and he was not next to me. I turned around and I was like, oh my God, where is he? So I'm yelling for him. I'm calling him, not like crazy yelling, but I'm, calling his name, like looking, and I'm like, where did he go? And I'm expecting him to like pop out of the aisle and like laugh or something, but that wasn't happening. Oh my gosh, my heart drops. No, it was in Walmart. Do you know where he was? He was in the paper towel aisle behind the paper towels. He got in on the first, on the bottom level, and he was hiding behind the freaking paper towels. I was so upset, and I tried not to get mad because he thought it was so funny, He was little. And I said, don't you ever do that again. I was so scared. I said, I was ready to start screaming. You know what I mean? So, yeah. And then, you think your kid was snatched up. Little stinker. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the paper towels. He thought it was cool. But then, that was like his thing. He'd say, "Mom, can I go hide in the paper towels again?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, you can go for a few minutes, but only while I'm right here." He thought it was like so cool when he was little. So, all right, let's go. So if your kid ever tries to take off, go look in the paper towels in the toilet paper section. Oh man. But no, for the most part, I mean, everything was okay. I never did lose him. I never had any crazy, things happen, but it definitely was scary. Just that moment your heart drops, that's your baby. They love to hide. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Thank you so much. Who was that? Sassafras Cat. I don't know where your super sticker went, but thank you. I see it up. If you guys could see my StreamYard, it's right above the chat. It's like a little bubble and it'll tell me, but I missed it somewhere. So apologies for missing that. All right, so we're going to start this. This is Ziggy, January 12th, 2022. And Fred Hill lives right next to, adjacent to the Edward Andrew Redmond property, which is 209 and 242.
It's yucky. Oh no, it's not yucky. Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. That's just yucky.
Also, I just have to say, guys, I know that not everybody might like Ziggy, right? Just like not everybody likes me. Don't want any disrespectful comments in my chat about Ziggy. I don't want anybody discussing her daughter. Mods, please keep a lookout for any kind of like disrespectful comments. If you have a comment about something that concerns you or whatever, more than free, of course, free speech. But I don't want any derogatory statements made about Ziggy or her child or anything like that. Please keep that out of my chat. My mods are going to delete the comment first and warn you, and then they're going to have to time you out and warn you again. If you do it a third time, you're going to be blocked. So please be respectful. This is Ziggy's content, and I don't want any disrespect towards Ziggy. Thanks.
Sorry. I'm going up.
I'm scared. No, stay here.
Why?
Stay here. You got the dog.
Huh?
Hey. Stay in the car. Hi, puppers. How are you? Are you the one that drove by me the other day while I was standing outside? Yeah. Okay. Are you by chance Fred?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Just the man I've been wanting to see.
Right.
So Don Wells talks really highly of you, doesn't he? He
Not
likes
really.
to throw you under the bus, doesn't
I don't know. Right off the rip.
Nobody, I've been trying to get a hold of you. Everybody wants to hear from you on
Right.
what
Get down, Sissy.
what
Get to the house. Go on.
what
Go on.
your
Go. Should jump all over you.
yeah, I don't care. It's okay. Hey, sorry, I wanted to talk to you that time. You passed me. I was too scared to talk.
I ain't nothing like everybody that's on.
No. So you're the infamous Fred that.
Yeah.
So why does Don have such a problem with you?
I have no idea. Because I know lots, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
So
know
what
what
do
I
you
mean?
know?
And, I mean,
I'm
By the
investigating.
way, do you know Chris
this
Tunnel?
Hold on.
You know Chris Tunnel? Sandy Christian.
Okay.
You don't know? Okay.
I
see,
just
I
want to
don't
ask
know
you.
hardly nobody.
I'm not.
I mean, really, I don't get around much. I stay right here and don't hardly travel. You know?
I came by early, read it, and it didn't look like anybody was here. So why?
Well, I was down here
so what
picking
do
up a trailer.
So why do you say you know too much? So what do you know about Don Wells?
mean, they're guilty as hell. I mean,
You think? What do you
yeah,
think?
I mean, within 3 hours he was here, and I was gone when the little girl went missing. Well, there's a friend of mine come, and Candace was walking off my driveway before she even called 911.
So she was.
It's like you're trying to set me up for some reason. That's what I feel.
So Candace came by here. Was she acting like she was looking for Summer?
Yeah, that's what she was acting when my friend came.
So
he said that she was walking off the driveway, walking.
Was she by herself?
Yeah.
You mean she walked?
No, she drove her vehicle down here, didn't she?
She was walking.
She walked all the way from Ben home.
Mm-hmm.
To here.
That is like
Okay.
John. He was home that day too.
Was he? Do you
Yes.
think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening. At a Candace got there.
So you think he was home that day?
Yeah, I know this.
Where? Oh, you saw him?
Back. Yeah.
Where'd you see him at?
At his house. Because I was in and out hauling junk that day. I was hauling a bunch of old cars and stuff out. And like Andy, he was saying in here that day.
I want to. Can you? Do
Hey.
you
Okay, so I'm going to rewind back about a minute and we're going to talk about this. So Candace, he mentions Candace and Andy. He also mentions how he thinks Don wants to set him up. Now, there's been comments made by Jody that Fred is schizophrenic. Well, if it was a toss-up between Fred and Jody, let me just say this. Hold on. I trust Fred before I would trust Jody. I'm just saying. I mean, really. So hold on a sec. Let me get back here. I had to shut my window. Guys, it's getting so cold here. Like, this is the coldest day it's been yet. Fall has arrived. Whew. Winter is approaching quickly, that's for sure. All right, so he said he was not home when the little girl went missing. Now that means Fred would have had to just have gotten home, right? So he was not home when the little girl went missing, but he saw. So explain, let's listen to this again. Help me out, guys. What do you think? Listen to what he says. We're going to dissect this. Yes, who said what? It is out of nowhere, freezing. I have to put on a sweater. My hands are cold and everything. I'm going to need my socks. Whew. All right. So this, to me, that's the only question I have. He wasn't home when she went missing. But he saw, so I do have a question there. Hold on.
I came by early, Red. It didn't look like anybody was here. So why?
Well, I was down here
So what
picking
do
up a tray.
So why do you say you know too much? Well, so what do you know about?
I mean, they're guilty as hell. I mean,
you think? What do you think?
I mean, within 3 hours he was here, and I was gone when the little girl went missing. Well, a friend of mine come, and Candace was walking off my driveway before she even called.
Oh, there it is. So a friend of his called and said that Candace was walking off his driveway. So I'd be curious if Ziggy could possibly find out who is the friend. Which friend told Fred that Candace was walking off the driveway? So I'm going to write that down as a question. So I don't know if Ziggy still keeps in contact with Fred, but let's do this. We're going to write down questions for Fred. So does anybody know the answer? Has that been answered already? So which friend told Fred that Candace was walking off the driveway? That's interesting. I wonder if that friend spoke to her. Friend of his told him this. Let me go through the chat. BR says, I thought he said a friend of mine called. Yep, Candace walks. She says she doesn't walk or run anywhere, but somehow she ended up down by I'm gonna show you something. All right. Oh, actually, Ziggy sent me a picture earlier. Let me do this. I'll share this photo. Hold on a sec. Oh, Lippy, if you're here, I just saw what you sent me. Thank you. Tomorrow morning, girl, we're gonna handle all that. All right, so save photo. Now I'm gonna pull the. I want you to get an idea. Okay, Ziggy did make this and sent it to me, so we're gonna do this. So real quick, so you guys know right exactly where. Hold on a minute. So this image here, let me stop sharing this really fast. Yes, Fred is the guy that shot a guy in the face, the neck, whatever it was. All right. Let me put this on full screen for you. Now, so you get an idea of where exactly this took place. This is Don and Candace's house. Okay, Bell Road. So here's Beach Creek. You come up here. Candace and Don's is right here. You got to turn onto Ben Hill. This is where you turn onto Ben Hill. This is Jody Sue's cabin and her house right here, right across the street. All the way down here, 165. This is Fred Hill's mom at 165. Then you come all the way down here. This is Fred's house. Now, if you guys are familiar with this property right here, it's 209. It's owned by Edward Andrew Redmond. The day Ziggy found those bones was the day that I had a stream about the property on 209. The 209 property goes all the way back to the Washington County line. This would be all the way back in the hollow. So remember when Candace said she went all the way back as far as she could go? It's not possible to reach all the way back as far as you can go because it's very mountainous terrain. I could pull it up on maps later and show you, but just so you can get an idea, do you believe that Candace walked from here to here? I'm going to right now measure on my Google Earth. So Candace walked all the way to Fred's house. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 110 Ben Hill Road, and I'm going to measure the distance from Candace's house to Fred Hill's property. And I'm going to tell you what exactly, and I'm going to go to the end of the driveway, add a point. Then we're going to come all the way to Fred's house. Okay, 2,677 feet. And I will show you how many people think Candace walked. Did she walk 2,700 feet? What do you guys think? Maybe. I don't know. Did she park somewhere? No one saw her car, maybe? Don't know. Oh, man. Yes, Luda, first dispatch call. Mom went for a walk. It does fall in line with that, doesn't it? So hold on one moment. I'm going to show you the distance. Let's see. Did I just show my messenger, you guys? I don't know if I did or not. I'm going to take this down. Hope I didn't. Hold on. Yeah, he said she was there before she ever called 911. Now, look. 2,677 feet. So from Fred's to Candace's, that is the distance, roundabout. Might even be more than that. Mom went for a walk to Jody Sue Brown house to get drugs. Oh, I don't know. You can't see Candace walking that far. Yes, Saskia too. She says, my understanding was she drove as far as she could go. Yes. Right. I hope I didn't say anything different. So that was the story, that she went as far back as she could go. Joe Popovic says, unless she drove partway and got out and walked the rest of the way. Oh, man. I don't know. I'm not sure where she could have parked, or if she rode a bike, or if she drove a car, maybe a dirt bike. Who knows? That is 267 feet equals 0.0506 miles. No, Miss Christine, this is 2,677 feet, not 267. It's 2,677 feet. Let me see if I can zoom in on that for you so you can see. There you go. See? Oh, let me take this down. That's how far it is from Candace's driveway to Fred's. I don't know who said what. If she could have parked at the, I don't know. She could have parked anywhere. There's a lot of houses there. So I don't, is there a specific reason why you're honing in on one set of neighbors? Let me know. Tell me in the chat. Candace on a bike says, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yes, she rode her broom, Jessica Lynn. Listen, though, if by chance Candace and Dawn, if their family was targeted and Summer was taken by somebody, I think we're all going to feel kind of different. Let's see. Gorley's had the scent marker. Right, but that's not back there by Fred's. Do you know what I mean? It's a completely different direction. All right, so let's go back to the live. Oh, okay. Did you leave one out? 2,677 feet equals 0.507 miles. Says Christine, Miss Christine. Okay, here we go. We're going to keep going. I don't want to miss anything important. And I want to take Fred seriously. We have no reason not to. Okay, we focused on all the other people who talk. Fred actually was very kind to speak to Ziggy. She's got a lot of Fred material over there. So go through some of it. Listen to it. It's important stuff.
So she was.
It's like you're trying to set me up for some reason. That's what I feel.
So he says before she even called 911, she was walking off the driveway and he felt like he was being set up. But what are the odds that Candace really did go walking around looking for her? Would that be out of the norm? Because if my child went missing, first of all, it would depend on a bunch of things, right? If there were a bunch of people at the house, say my mother was here and my other children were here, then I would be able to leave on foot looking for my child. If I didn't have anybody at the house, I wouldn't want to leave the house because I would be afraid she'd come back and then I'd miss her. So is it possible that Candace did take off going house to house, door to door, looking for Summer? According to Fred, Candace was out there on 207 walking off the driveway. We don't know that. So guys, can we talk about this really quick? So I don't know how to say this because I know that there are some creators who are very passionate about the footprint markers and the scent dogs and all of the things, right? But we don't have confirmation from law enforcement. Okay. The closest thing we have is EquiSearch, Midwest EquiSearch. Okay. Talking about the scent dogs. Now, I'm not going to allow people here in my chat anyhow, because I don't want to hurt Summer's case. if it hasn't been confirmed, we cannot speak it as fact. I don't mind people talking about it, or I heard from XYZ that the scent dogs hit in front of Fred's property. That's fine, but please, and I'm not being unkind to you, I just think it's really important that we're not spreading rumors around. Please don't put the scent dogs hit in front of so-and-so's house. Please say, I heard from so-and-so XYZ. Miss Christine, I have been all over the 209 property for a very long time. It's yeah, I know whose property is. It's not, it was priority previously owned by Elizabeth Hill. In the reality pictures, realty pictures, Don Wells is in one of those photos. They had access to other property. But what does that mean, Miss Christine? What do you think? What are you trying to tell me, hun? So I already know all about 209. 209 has been a really big, major concern of mine for a while. And I did a live stream that was about 8 hours long just on that property alone. The very day Ziggy found, through Fred, found bones. Elizabeth Hill is the subdivision. So you know how the Wells are Morlock? Fred Hill's property is Elizabeth Hill. How close is that property to Jody Sue? Same amount as it is from Candace and Don, just about 2,600 feet or some odd around there. Okay, we're going to keep going. I'm not going to get into any kind of genealogy, previous owners, stuff like that, because it's not going to help in any way. I think I know what she's trying to tell me. Put it in my chat, hun. Just tell me what you're thinking. What did Dana say? How close is the property to Jody Sue? Would it amplify noises more than compared to the Wells? Dana, I wouldn't be able to answer that because I truly don't know. I don't live there. I've never been there. I can't say how sound travels, et cetera, et cetera. But I wouldn't think so. That's a very far. What do you guys think? You think you would be able to hear noises from that far? Maybe. Depends, I guess. Who said what? Says, if there was a scent left on the Gorleys, it was claimed to be near the road directly across from Fred. It would explain how quickly, how she quickly walked and the potential scent. Okay, but we don't have an absolute on that. Who said what? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to say that scents were found in any particular spot. We could talk about possibly, but not as fact. Do you know what I mean? I really do try when I'm talking about Summer's case not to. I don't mind speculating and I don't mind discussing things, bouncing around ideas, but I don't like claiming anything as a fact that we don't know. I know there are other creators who rely very heavily on scents being in certain spots, footprints, etc., but I try not to do that here. I've discussed the footprints, I've discussed the scent dogs, but I don't feel comfortable saying where. There's only one, and that would be Midwest Aquasearch. As far as anything else goes, I try to keep clear of that because it's just not helpful. Do you know what I mean? And if we find out in a year from now that's not true, we are relying on it just like the 309 video and photo. We don't know if it was from that day, but we rely on it, right? And I'm guilty of that. I relied very heavily on that 309 photo, which I should not have done. So now I try to word things a little bit differently. Heard, understood, respected. Yeah, no. You're cool. Who said what? You can talk freely. Just be careful how you word things is all. And that's not just toward you. That's to everybody. Because there's so many people saying things like, this is fact. Her scent was here. A footprint was here in this exact location. No, we don't know that. Sarisa, yes, Chasing Truth did a sound experiment when she was down there. They couldn't hear from across the street, so I doubt Fred could hear anything. Truly, you'd be surprised, Sarisa. So I can hear the highway from my house when it's really, really quiet at night. The highway is miles, literally miles away. I can hear the tractor trailers like trucking down the highway. Sometimes I can't, sometimes I can. So sound does travel in odd ways. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you, Duchess. Duchess is putting some information in the chat. So yeah, guys, just be careful on how you word things is all. Here on my channel, I like to say possibly, this could have happened, or I heard this, but I always say where I heard it from, and just be a little bit more specific. And then that's all I ask. All right. But I don't want who said what to feel like they can't chat. I wasn't trying to yell at you or anything. Hold on.
So Candace came by here. Was she acting like she was looking for Summer?
Yeah, that's what she was acting when my friend came.
So
he said that she was walking off the driveway, walking.
Was she by herself?
Yeah.
You mean she walked?
No, she drove her vehicle down here, didn't she?
She was walking.
She walked all the way from Ben Hill?
Mm-hmm.
To here.
I just Don, he was home that day too.
Was he? Do you
Yeah.
think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening. After Kendrick got there.
So,
I just Don, he was home that day too.
was he? Do
Yeah.
you think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening. After Kendrick. I just Don, he was home that day too.
Was he? Do
Yeah.
you think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening. After Kendrick got there.
So,
So according to Fred Hill, he says Don went to work that evening after Candace got there. What? What is he saying? Hold on a minute. Am I hearing this wrong? Yeah, blessings all. Yeah. Perfectly said. Am I hearing this wrong? I'm so confused. So Fred says Don was home that day. Very interesting. Hold on. We're going to listen to it again. Let's listen to it and try to sort through what he might be trying to say. He said he went to work that evening. How is that possible? Don went to work that evening, he says. I don't know what to think of that.
I just Don, he was home that day too.
was he? Do
Yeah.
you think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening. I just Don, he was home that day too.
Was he? Do
Yeah.
you think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening. After Kendrick got there.
So, you think?
Hold on. After Candace got there. Hold on. He went to work that evening after Candace got there. Got there from where? Where did she go? You guys what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? What he just, I never caught that the first time I listened to it. He went to work that evening after Candace got there. From where? Where was Candace coming back from? Hold on. After Candace got there from where? The Warrior's Path? The hospital with her mom? Like, what? Okay, so we have another question for Fred. Where's Ziggy? Ziggy, where are you at? Oh, I think she's taking a nap. We'll wait. Hold on a second. So another question number 2 for Fred. So he says, Don went to work that evening after Candace got there. Don went to work, question mark. And after Candace got back from where? Okay. Yes, Candace and her mom went to the hospital. She had the issue with her knee and whatnot. Yes, great question to have Ziggy ask Fred for sure. Yeah, so we have the first question I have is which friend told Fred that Candace was walking off the driveway? I think it would be important to talk to that person if Ziggy could. So I want Ziggy, number 1, for the first question. And I'm going to come up with some questions that I want her to reach out to Fred and I want her to talk to him. So number 1 question is that I want to know which friend saw Candace. And I think it's important to talk to that person. I think it's important to get some information from that person. What was Candace's demeanor? What was she doing? What was she saying? What was the look on her face? You know, this is important. All of it is important. Now, whether he's being truthful or not, I couldn't tell you. I have no idea. But he's saying it, and it's important to do a little bit of investigating, right? I don't believe Candace took Granny to the hospital. That's okay. You don't have to. Yes. Number 1, which friend saw Candace? And then I have a slew of questions I want her to ask about that. So I've got number 1 and number 2. After Candace got there, Don went to work. And the question is, after Candace got back from where? And how does Fred know this? And I'm not attacking Fred. I legitimately have these questions. Is he still in jail? Who? Don? Yes, Don is still in jail. He's in jail till Halloween. Boo. He's coming for you, Jody Sue. All right, hold on. Let's keep going.
He was home that day.
Yeah, I know he was.
Where are you
I know
saw
for a
him?
fact. Yeah.
Where'd you?
He said he knows for a fact that Don was home that day. See, I disagree. I think Don was at work. Give me something to prove otherwise. So how do you think that law enforcement would handle Don saying he was at work when they know he was not? I don't think Don would have gotten away with that. And I truly believe Don was at work. But it's okay. We're going off Fred's interview. We're gonna figure it out, hopefully. How does he know? Rowena says, how does he know he went to work? Yes, I have questions. How does Fred know all this? How does he know he went to work? Could have been anywhere. How did he know he went to work? Yeah. How does he know that Candace got, where did Candace, he legit said after Candace got there, almost as if he was there. Strange, right? All right, let's keep going. I think that I can't believe more people are not talking about this interview. She put it out a very long time ago, and I kind of, I have to admit, I kind of breezed right over it. I did not find it to be something that I really wanted to focus on, but listening to it the other night, and I would have done this sooner had other things not come up. I wanted to do this several days ago, but when I listened to it, I think I stopped at the 18-minute mark and I'm like, I'm going to go live with this and talk about it. We have questions that need to be answered. So Ziggy's the plug for Fred. We're going to try to get Ziggy to ask these questions if they haven't been asked already. Okay, let's keep going. All right, sorry. I had to, I know you're probably wondering where I went. I'm right here. I just had to mute for a second. I apologize.
See him at?
At his house, because I was in there. I just like
Got it.
Don, he was home that day too.
Was he? Do
Yeah.
you think he was?
Yeah, and went to work that evening at a Kansas got there.
So, you think he was home that day?
Yeah, I know he was.
Where? Oh, you
I know
saw him?
for a fact. Yeah,
Where'd you see him at?
at his house, because I was in there hauling junk that day. I was hauling a bunch of old cars and stuff out, and like Andy, he was in here that day.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that it's possible because Don left his white work truck at home that Fred might have thought Don was home? So Fred said he was hauling things off that day. Interesting. Jesus. It's so hard to do this when I'm live because I have so many questions that run through my head and I try not to say them all because I don't want to put too much speculation out. But is it possible that, but then you have to ask, how would he see the truck up there? So is it possible that Fred maybe stopped up to the Wells house, saw Candace at some point, or maybe there was some kind of tool he needed up there. He drove up there, thought Don was home. Keep in mind the white truck was at home. So to anybody who would go up there, if they didn't see Don, they would see his truck. So is it possible, I'm just saying, is it possibly the fact that his white truck was home, unless he saw Don? Maybe he just saw the white truck. I'm just trying to like really be fair and think about where did he haul the junk off to? I'm not sure, Crime Time. I do know that they have a little dump there in Rogersville. Okay, it's a pretty small area, not a big one. It's pretty small considering. I don't know where he would drop up. I wish I could answer you. I don't have the answer to that. I think you can see vehicles from the road. Yeah, so maybe, is it possible he could see the no, I don't think so. Not with all the trees. So he'd have had to been up there. So let me see. We'll do number 3 question for Fred. So when he says he saw Don or knew Don was home that day, was it because of his truck or did he physically see? And bear with me, I'm writing questions down as I go. All right, so was it because of Don's truck or did Fred actually see Don? Fred seems to have a lot of information here. Is there any way he could see the Wells property from his? Oh, hell no, Sarisa. No way. You're talking thousands of feet away. He'd have had to go up there to see it. I think so too. I think so. I don't know so, but I think so. Luda says we need follow-up questions answered. It would be great if Ziggy would be able to ask him. Yeah, I'm hoping she can. That would be great if Ziggy can actually go back and ask Fred. There's a lot packed into this 30 minutes, and I'm gonna stay on this. A lot of this. I'm gonna go through all the Fred interviews because Fred has been ignored. I feel Fred has been overlooked. And with people like Jody around, a lot of things are overlooked. A lot of things. Do you guys like, has anybody here ever tried the LaCroix, the seltzer water? Do you guys like it? I got the lime one yesterday. I don't like it as much as my San Pellegrino seltzer water, but this one's not as sweet, but it's really good. I love lime. It's just like so refreshing. So, okay. Yeah, I'm Jodied out too. Unfortunately, we have to keep on top of it, but that's the thing. So that's what pisses me off. Jody is such a distraction. Here we have Ziggy, who's like screaming over there, hey guys, I've got interviews with Fred. They're important. No one's paying attention because we have all these distractions. No, we need to start focusing on other things than Jody Sue running her mouth 24/7. God, she's such a distraction. She takes away from Summer, and I'm so sick of it. All she wants to do is take the attention off Summer. So annoying. Maybe Fred is talking about a different day because maybe Summer is missing from days before. Ask him if the day he's talking about is June. He's talking about June 15th. Luda says both Andy and Don came home early on the 14th. Dobbs saw them too. Oof. Okay, let's keep going.
I want to talk to him.
And he swears down he's at work. He ain't. Because he was in here at 3 o'clock.
I'm going to back this up. Listen.
At his house. Because I was in there hauling junk that day. I was hauling a bunch of old cars and stuff out. And like Andy, he was saying,
he was hauling cars off. He was hauling cars off. Cars? So I would imagine, is Fred like a mechanic? Does he have junk cars on his property? Why was he hauling them off? Where was he hauling them off to? Does anybody have the answers to these questions? Okay, we have junk cars that were being hauled off the day Summer went missing. Where did these cars get hauled off to? What? All right. So number 4. I'm just going to put junk cars being hauled off. Question mark? Okay. Do I think Jody Sue's a distraction away from Fred and Don? Sure. Yeah, she's a distraction from a lot of things. Yep, sure do. Sure do. What cars and whose cars? Great question. All right, hold on. Yeah, of course, possibly sold for scrap, but it's not. That's not my point here. Um, my point is, junk cars were being removed from Ben Hill the day Summer disappeared. You feel me? I don't care if they were used to get scrap metal. No, my issue is junk cars being removed from Ben Hill Road in bulk.
In here that day.
I want to talk to him. So, you think he was home that day?
Yeah, I know he was.
Where? Oh, you
I know
saw
for
him?
a fact. Yeah,
Where'd you see him at?
at his house. Because I was in and out hauling junk that day. I was hauling a bunch of old cars and stuff out. And like Andy, he was saying in that day.
He was hauling a bunch of junk off that day.
Where? Oh, you saw him?
Fact. Yeah.
Where'd you see him at?
At his house. Because I was in and out hauling junk that day. I was hauling a bunch of old cars and stuff out. And like Andy, he was saying in here that day.
I want to talk to him. Can you?
So here he says Andy was there that day too. Yeah, how did Jody Sue miss this? How did Jody Sue not notice that Fred Hill was hauling off a bunch of old cars that day? Jody, Loaf, Sussy Sue, did you miss Fred Hill hauling off a bunch of junk cars that day? No mention of that. Not a single mention of that. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, Loaf, I guess you don't see everything now, do you? Or you did and you left it out. But why? Why would Jody Loaf leave that part out?
And he swears at them he's at work. He ain't.
So he's saying Andy was saying he was at work, but he really wasn't. And he's also saying Don wasn't at work either. I'm looking at your comments. Yeah, it is nuts. But Andy was on video at work. I think Fred got his days mixed up. That could be possible. But wouldn't he remember the day? I mean, his friend called him. You know, he wasn't home when Summer disappeared. I have another question, and I'm being a little picky with this one, but we don't know what time Summer disappeared. Fred somehow knows he wasn't home when she disappeared. That was the first thing that stood out to me, and I have to say that. So it should be my number one question, but I'm going to put it at number 5. So we don't know what time Summer went missing, okay? But Fred knows he wasn't home when she went missing. I might be a little picky with that one, but I don't care. So he knows he wasn't home.
Because he's in here at 3 o'clock.
So
because I had to pull over and let him by.
All right, so Fred, and we know this, he said he was home at 3 o'clock, that Andy was home at 3 o'clock, and he knows because he had to let him by. Now, I do also wonder, could he possibly be getting his days mixed up? Because Andy left work early on Monday, the 14th, but I thought he was home. I thought Andy was home watching movies and cuddling with Jody or something, or maybe they weren't watching movies, but oh, Andy's here. Hold on a sec. Let me see. Sorry, I wasn't looking at chat. Was home the 14th. That's when Dobbs was there. Andy, do you remember at any point in time on the 14th or the 15th where you passed by Fred, and did you see him hauling off cars or anything? Do you have any idea what he's talking about with the hauling off cars, junk cars? Does Fred have like junk cars hanging around, or did he like clean off the junk cars from his property? Was home the 14th. That's when Dobbs is there. Yes, I know you did leave work early on the 14th. I remember that. Okay. Yes, and you had to call the police. Thank you, Scooter Pie. God bless you, Tiffany Marie. You always have stayed focused on Summer. She's in all our thoughts and prayers, and we never stop looking and speaking her name. No, we will never stop looking and hoping and praying for Summer. Thank you so much, Scooter Pie. Where is he? He's always hauling junk. All right, but like cars? Junk cars? He said he had to. Andy has answered not the important questions. Junk cars. Yeah, all right. Well, but hauling junk and hauling junk cars is kind of different, right? So, like, is he always hauling off junk cars? And do you remember passing him at any point? Like, do you remember? And I'm sure it's probably monotonous, right? If you guys are like in and out, but Andy, do you remember passing by Fred at all on the 14th or the 15th at any point in time that he might be getting confused at all, or? Yes, please be respectful, guys. All right, I don't think he answered. I'll wait for him to answer. It sounds like Fred was removing junk cars from Don's property because he says he saw him at his house. Yeah, but how many junk cars do they have? They've got a couple trucks and stuff, but wouldn't we know if cars were removed from the Wells property that day? Oh, Misty C, is that what Andy said? Is that what Andy said, that he does scrap for a living? A lot of people do scrap. A lot of people. Everyday people do scrap because we have a scrap yard. I mean, pretty much you could bring anything there that's metal, copper, all that stuff. You can get a lot of money for all those things. Let me see here. Cars and junk, yes. Not the 15th. On the 14th, he drove by. Okay, so is it possible he could be getting the 14th confused? Do you think that Fred truly just got confused with the day he saw you drive by? Because he said he let you by on the road. He had to pull over and let you go by. Do you think possibly he's just confused with the day? Connie Hilliker says, Gavel Geeks, Jenny said they can no longer confirm Don's work timeline because the information came from Linda, the babysitter for Tucker Drywall Company. Never drove a red Toyota. Okay, Andy said he has never drove a red Toyota ever. Okay, that's helpful, Andy. Thank you so much. Yeah, he thinks he could be getting confused. All right, we'll keep it to the side. We'll keep that on the side. It's a possibility Fred might have mixed up the day that he saw Andy go by. We'll just put a question mark next to that one. So 14th or 15th, driving by Andy. All right. Let's see. Okay, let's keep going.
And that red Toyota truck, that's Jody's mom's.
Yeah,
You guys
thank
said
you.
that she had a
See, that's why they don't like me. There's just like when he went about that coke, he come right here to try to get me to do coke.
All right, so he's saying when Don went to Knoxville to get the coke, he went to Fred's house to try to get Fred to do it with him. Did Fred? I don't know, hon, if Fred interacted with Jackie that day. I'm assuming that's when he would seen Andy. Not sure. Hey, Jenny. Gavel Geeks is here. Gavel Geeks in the house. Happy Friday, hon. People at the horse barn swimming hole confirmed Summer was there on the 15th. I've not ever heard that, Misty C. Who said that? What was Candace doing in his driveway on the 14th if he's mixed up on the date? No. Oh, hold on. Let me make this clear. I'm just talking about the truck incident. I'm not talking about Candace walking up the driveway. I don't want to get carried away. All right. I'm only talking about the truck incident. So don't please, if I said it wrong, I apologize. I don't want to I'm not trying to make matters worse. I'm trying to get to the bottom of things. So I am only talking about the red the red truck. I'm not talking about the red truck. I'm talking about when Fred said he let Andy by. Andy said that was on the 14th. So we are not talking about Candace going up on the driveway, nothing. We're just talking about that one little piece. I'm very open to all kinds of opinions, but I don't want to get things misconstrued like that. Only talking about letting him by on the road.
I tell you, I ain't wanted.
Was it when he claimed that he went to
$2,000?
Yes, that was on my YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel.
Yeah, he was doing it himself.
Yeah, I remember he said we were like, "You're not the crackberry Don. You weren't going around." He told me that he bought $2,000 worth of
I'm
crack.
supposed to be the meth dealer.
Yeah, well, he's trying to distract.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? It's not about. It's like, who cares about who's doing what drugs? He's just trying to distract.
I know.
You know what I mean? And
I feel like that Summer Beat would. I feel like she got drowned. That's the way I feel. The way they talk. I mean, within 3 years, he done say she's dead. No remorse, no nothing. I mean, just.
About. It's like, who cares about who's doing what drugs? He's just trying to distract.
I know.
You know what I mean? And
I feel like that Summer Beat would. I feel like she got drowned. That's the way I feel. The way they talk. I mean.
So I think that what he's saying here is that she got that not drunk. I know that's why I don't really like to rely on closed captions. Careful with the closed captions, because when you've got the East Tennessee accent and closed captions do not mix. Drowned. He's saying, I think Summer got drowned. Don't apologize, Rowena. You're good. You're good. don't ever think that I'm upset with you and I'm up here trying to, there's so much that I do at the same time. Nobody was looking before then. I think, well, there's a lot of, okay, let's keep going here. So these are just Fred's feelings, right? I think Summer got drowned, he says. That's just his idea. Whether it's true or not, we don't know.
Within 3 hours, he done say she's dead. No remorse, no nothing. I mean, just
You saw him. So you saw
he
him
come here.
after they called 911. He
Yeah.
came here.
Yeah, 3 hours.
And what was he doing? Was he high or
Yeah,
drunk?
he was drinking and stuff. They didn't act like it was nothing, you know.
And what did he tell you?
He just talking about religion and stuff, and talking about at least he gets saved during the resurrection and all that.
That's
and,
totally what
they
he would
told
say.
me right there that
So when
knows
you
she was
say
dead.
gone, do you mean kidnapped or dead?
Well, no, he said she drowned. He feels like she
Oh.
drowned.
Oh, she drowned.
That's what he feels like. That they're covering
just
up.
get one picture of her. There's a picture on YouTube and stuff.
Back
Of
seat?
her at
And-
top of the water, then she's about 2 feet under, and then she's about out of sight, and she just floating like that.
Oh, on that TikTok video with
Yeah.
Hunter. So, did those people? You remember those people that were down here, like with the?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not part of that group. I came at a bad time.
See, when Tom and all them moved in here, they where that shed is, they put a single wire.
Mhm.
They took and put a 4x8 piece of plywood up, advertising sex and stuff. Which, I mean, whatever you want, just like.
All right, so Fred says that they put a 4-inch piece of plywood advertising sex when they first moved in and put the single wide there. So my 6th question for Fred is, what did the sign say that they were advertising sex? What did the sign say? Is Andy in here? Because I would like to ask him if he knows anything about this sign they put outside. Why do you go? Guys, please be kind. I don't want Andy to feel uncomfortable here. If he's in the chat, please don't yell at him in caps, or, you could ask him questions and stuff, but I don't want him to feel like he's being attacked. I want everyone to be comfortable in chat. And I know you have questions. Everybody's super passionate, but let's not pile on him or anything. We want everybody to be able to communicate with one another. Hey, crimes have consequences. How are you? I wonder if he mentioned the resurrection before or after work. We could put that on the list. So I want to know what the sign said and who said what. I could do number 7. No, it was. Hold on a second. Thank you for asking that question. Who said what? Because remember what he said. Now, okay, so Fred, this is where I call Fred out. Fred says Don went to work after Candace got back. So how could he be talking about the resurrection 3 hours later to Fred if he was at work? And I don't believe Don went to work that night. So, okay, so we'll ask, did he mention the resurrection after or before? Did he mention? Didn't he say he came up around 9 or 10 too? After work or before? And if Don was at work after Candace got back, how could Don talk about the resurrection with Fred? That makes sense? I usually don't write down questions while I'm live, so thanks for bearing with me as I do that. Kind of doing this with you guys. Keep in mind that Fred also told Ziggy that Rose Bly was involved in a prostitution thing on 110. Yes, I know he did. Find Summer's Truth. He actually said Rose Bly was in Tennessee. Sugar Tits. Hey, girl. She still hasn't changed her. I love that name. I hope you keep it that way forever. Jody called me Sugar Tits, so Jen AF changed her name to Sugar Tits. I fucking love it. I love it. Just joined. Thanks for covering the Fred Hill tapes. I find them super interesting. Ziggy did a good job with this. Yeah, she did. I agree with you, and I'm very thankful she let me use them. Thank you, Ziggy. I really don't believe they was at the swimming hole that day. Why for only 15 minutes? Crazy. Well, the thing is, Sharon, I do believe they were at the swimming hole that day because WJHL has chose to include the swimming hole video as the last video of summer. But the 309 video and photo, they do not. They refer to a video taken 3.5 hours, 3 hours before Summer went missing to be the last video of her. But they completely ignore the 309 video. Do you understand what I mean? Which I find interesting. Everyone is still a suspect until we figure this out, or else you're wasting your time. What the heck? Crystal, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, and why are you writing in all caps in my chat? You usually don't do that. Are you angry with me? I don't want you badgering Andy in my chat, is all I said. And I didn't even say your name, but you knew I was talking about you, right? Because you are actually being super disrespectful in my chat. And I just asked you not to. And you're going to write in all caps to me saying everyone's a suspect. No shit, Crystal, no shit. I'm very much aware that everyone's still a suspect, but I don't appreciate people being rude to a man that just came in my chat to actually answer a question. I don't like that. And I don't know why you are upset with me. All I said was, can we not badger him in my chat? That's all. Christ almighty, how are we supposed to find the answers, people? How are we supposed to find any answers if we attack people? We can't. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but come on. Read my other comment. I'm not talking to you. I don't know who you're talking to. Hold on. I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on. I'm thinking you're talking to me. Tag who you're talking to so I know that you're not. I thought you were talking to me. I'm like, why is she yelling at me? Hold on. He's familiar with Andy and Don. Sorry, not sorry. All right. This is not... You're focusing on Andy. Andy didn't have to come in here. He didn't have to come in here to help. He didn't have to come in here to say anything. But he chose to because he felt comfortable to. Don't make people feel uncomfortable in my chat, Crystal. And I'm timing you out. Don't do it again, please. You're welcome to come back. I'm not mad at you. But please. But people got to make things so freaking hard all the time. Stop it. Unless you're blind, legally blind, don't type in caps at people. Fuck. You're fucking pissed me off. God damn. I don't get it. Andy comes in here to answer something he wasn't even asked to him. I didn't ask Andy anything. I didn't ask Andy to come in here, but he came in here to answer something, and you got somebody typing caps over and over. Oh, making comments, insulting him. Leave Andy alone. Please. You want to ask a question, be kind, and be fucking respectful. It's rude. The fuck? No, I'm not going to calm down because I'm sick of people coming in my fucking chat telling me what to do all the time. It's bullshit. I keep seeing Crystal over and over and over again, typing in caps for the last 20 minutes ever since Andy came in this chat to talk about Fred. She's like making the whole thing about Andy. This isn't about Andy. It's about Fred. We're playing Fred, Crystal, not Andy. You are fired. Yes, Crystal is fired. Good Lord. This is not Crystal's channel. It's mine. It's my chat. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Good Lord. Yeah, derailing my whole... Please, I'm over it. She can hate me forever. Don't come back, Crystal, because I know you're not going to. Later. Hey, AB.
Yeah.
Oh, with Summer?
Oh,
Well,
my
with
God.
Rose, she was in on it.
Rose, like who?
Rose Black. One
Oh.
that's missing.
So before, you knew Rose Black?
Huh?
You knew Rose Black?
Yeah. Yeah, she was in on that prostitution.
So you've known him for 10 years or
Yeah,
more?
yeah, I've lived here all my life.
So how did he end up over here?
That I don't know.
So he used to advertise like,
See, he drove his mom crazy.
yeah.
I mean, put recording devices and stuff all through under her house and stuff, and just torment her to death. I mean, it's just stupid shit,
Wow.
you know.
That's just my daughter in there. I didn't know if it was safe until,
Okay.
but now you're
But
cool and stuff. And
yeah.
I'm so
Just
glad.
like the man I shot down here.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Are you the one that shot somebody in the neck? Is
Yeah.
that-
See, I didn't even know him when I went to court. He thought I was somebody else. He pulls up. I mean, he comes in here earlier at night. He owns the property on up in the Hollow. And the man that owned, my uncle owned that place. That's my grandmother's place. And when she passed away, one of my uncles ended up with it. Well, they had a little gunplay up there before.
Uh-huh.
And then he thought I was James, you see. He even went and got his 18-year-old daughter and brought her back, put her driving coming in, put her right into danger. She just
Are you
turned
talking
18.
about Don?
No, I'm
Don's?
talking about
The
when I
guy you-
shot. Yeah.
So you got in this altercation with him, and that's what happened. You
Yeah.
shot him, and did he pass away, or he
No,
didn't pass
no.
away?
He put 10 rounds before I pulled the person.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody puts me out like I'm so bad, and
No, you seem like a
Decent,
great, nice guy.
Yeah.
You get by.
I'm nothing like the rest of them. I mean,
Did
that's
the-
why they don't like me,
Yeah,
because
did
I'm
the-
straight up.
Did the other
Okay.
guy,
You know?
did this other group come over here and talk to you?
No,
So am I?
you're the first one, other than TGI. and
Well,
stuff. See, I mean, even the cadaver dog stuff struck all the way up my driveway.
You know what? That ended up being a total motherfucking distraction. So now I have to rewind because I'm not listening to a word that's coming out of Fred's mouth. Thank you, Crystal, for completely distracting me and annoying me on a live where everything was fine. Don't come in my chat and tell me what to do. Don't come in my chat and start being disrespectful to people who are chatting in my chat. I don't care if it's Andy. I don't care who it is. Have some friggin' respect for what I'm trying to do here. Okay? You want a fucking channel? Go make one. Okay? You want to question things? Go make your own channel. Ask your own goddamn questions and stop. Okay? This isn't your space. It's mine. Now I have to go back because I didn't hear the last, God only knows, probably 2 minutes at this point because she pissed me off. Jesus. Oh, don't worry, AB. Don't be confused. Just, it's the way it goes. Andy came in here to answer and clear up a question that was actually super important. It was about Fred letting Andy by on the road, because Fred said that happened on the 15th. And Andy came in. Oh, it wasn't even about that. It was about the junk cars that Fred said he was getting rid of that day. He said Don Wells was home on the 15th, and he didn't go to work till after Candace got back. He said he knew Don was home because he saw him pretty much all day as he was hauling junk in and out, in and out, in and out. So Andy came in to chat and start talking, and we've got a chatter who's like badgering the fuck out of him nonstop. So that's all. That's what happened. And I don't care. She can come back, but I mean, don't do that shit again. Stop typing in caps at people in here. This is not the place, not the time. Trying to friggin' accomplish things, trying to do things, trying to get to the bottom of things. If you think Andy sucks, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you not to think so, but don't distract my live stream. Thanks. Have a friggin' question, fucking ask it and be done. You don't need to do it over and over and over and over again. And then, people just ruin it. They really do. They can't even fucking control themselves. AB's fluffing. Come fluff me, AB. All right, hold on.
I'm so
Looks
glad.
like the man I shot down here.
Oh yeah, I heard about it. Are you the one that shot somebody in the neck?
Yeah. See, I didn't even know him when I went to court. He thought I was somebody else. He pulls up. I mean, he comes in here earlier at night. He owns the property on up in the heart. And the man that owned, my uncle owned that place. That's my grandmother's place. And when she passed away, one of my uncles ended up with it. Well, they had a little gunplay up there before.
Uh-huh.
And then he thought I was James, you see. He even went and got his 18-year-old daughter and brought her back, put her driving coming in, put her right into danger. She just
Are you talking about Don?
No, I'm talking about
the guy
shot. Yeah.
So you got in this altercation with him, and that's what happened. You shot him, and did he pass away, or he didn't pass away?
He put 10 rounds for upward.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody puts me out like I'm so bad and.
No, you seem like a great, nice guy. You
and nothing like the rest of them. I mean, that's why they don't like me, because I'm straight up.
Did the other guy, did those other groups come over here and talk to you?
No.
So am I?
You're the first one. Better than TBI.
Well,
see, I mean, even the cadaver dog stuff stripped all the way up my driveway. But see, Dawn had been here.
Yeah. So you told TBI that Dawn had been here that day?
Yeah. I mean, the cadaver dog, they was here when talking to me, and they come up the road, and he was hitting about the bridge right there hard, and come up the road, and went all the way up to that other vehicle you see on top, and was hitting on it. They never even opened the door, but they ain't nothing in it. I've looked. But I found some bones earlier.
There were the cops over here?
I ain't found nobody yet.
You found some.
Where are they at?
The next driveway down. It looks like they took, and there's a tire been burnt, and then there's some bones laying around there, small like bones.
Is it close, like where we walked to it?
Yeah.
Where you could show me?
This next driveway down.
Will you show me? Or, okay.
I don't know what it is. It could be animal or whatever. But it's. I mean, it's like shoulder blade bones and rib bones and stuff like that, backbone. It just don't look right to me. But there's no skull.
So it's way down there.
It's next driveway.
How far is that?
About.
Okay, well, we'll go over there in a
5 feet or something other down the road.
Wow, so
on this highway.
It's probably an animal, right? Or it could be.
It could be, but
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it.
Well, I'll look. I'll check it. Yeah, we'll check it out. Okay. If I feel like it's like, no, I'll call if you're afraid to.
Yeah, I will call and talk to them about it. I just got home while ago. That's where I was at when you come in. I was in a trailer and stuff. I bought an old trailer to high cars and stuff on down here. And that was when you just come in the first time earlier.
Yeah, I was here with the different.
I was trying to get up here, but the time I got the tires and everything on.
I don't know. I was kind of scared. I'm glad that we came by a second time, and I'm
Hey.
glad that you're nice because
I mean,
I was like, when I saw you, I was
everybody
like, oh
puts
my
me
God.
out like I'm so.
So do you know
piece of
those people
shit
down there?
Huh?
Do you know those people down there?
Yeah.
Okay, because they act like they don't know you.
See, he's a Fed agent under witness protection.
Oh, it's the guy down there, the big guy.
He's a what?
Fed agent under witness protection.
Oh, so that's why he acted like he didn't know anything, right?
Mhm.
And he said he doesn't live.
See?
He doesn't live around here. Is what he
See?
said.
Well, that's his brother-in-law. He just come in yesterday
Oh.
in a white truck.
So he's in the witch section.
See, the other one, Ed Redmond's his given name. Richard's his real name.
Okay.
She said that's what he went to say.
They would.
But
They
see,
acted. They didn't know
Me
who
and
he
him don't
was.
click. He's trying to get. He's about like Don, trying to get all kinds of shit and stuff.
Well, I think I could tell the brother. Well, I spoke to the big guy. I think it's the brother-in-law. So maybe that's why he said he didn't know who you were.
Yeah.
But there was a kid over there. Well, he's probably like young 20s. He looked. He was like flying a drone or something, and he was ignoring me. But I tried asking him about Summer, and he acted like he was like basically
See,
like
the
you know.
FBI went up there about 9 o'clock at night and made him take them to the water towers in there. I don't know what that is about.
I'm shutting off closed captions. I'm going to tell you why. Too many of the words can be misconstrued. And if you listen, you can actually hear what's being said instead of being led astray by the closed captions. And because I want to hear what Fred is saying, I don't want to keep the closed captions on and get the wrong word, okay? There's so many words that are not correct. Like earlier when he said drown, but it showed up, what did it show up? Something else. I don't want that. It's just going to cause more misinformation. Is she talking with him in person? Yes, Lisa Lee. She went to go visit him. So he's a low talker, but it's not bad. I can hear him just fine. I just wanted to make sure other people could. Put your earbuds in if you're having trouble, guys. Put the volume up. I mean, if you're sitting in a loud area, you're not going to be able to hear, but I'm in a really quiet room. So turn it up, put your earbuds in, close your eyes if you have to. And Penny has a message for Linda. Linda. It's on my screen. She says, just want to say hey to Linda with the bird. You know, she's watching, Tiffany. I don't know if she is or not. Thank you for going over Fred Hill. I've heard them all on Ziggy's, but it's good to get a different perspective. Yeah, see, I don't know everything that Ziggy has said, and she might catch things that I don't, or I might catch things she doesn't, or whatever. And it's some of you guys are a different audience or whatever. So it is helpful. And this is not the only one. So we'll see where this goes. I'm at 2.5 hours. You know, we might just do this one today, and I could do the next one tomorrow. But I believe Ziggy has more for you guys in store. I don't know what, but and I'm going to, when this is over. All right, hold on a second. It's pretty easy to, if you can listen to Jody, you can listen to Fred, right? All right, let's keep going. I know it's not the best. I know the sound is a little hard, but she's also, you have to remember, in person. All right. So she's outside and it's a little bit harder to hear when, oh, brave going over there. Absolutely. She got out of the car. I don't know if I would have felt comfortable doing that. So yeah, Ziggy, 100 points for Ziggy getting out of the car, going up there to talk to Fred, knowing he shot someone straight up in the friggin' head. All right. Yikes. Yeah, Ziggy's got balls of steel here.
They search that hard, but they search. See, my address is up on my license stuff is 167.
Okay.
See, that's where I did live. And then my mom bought this place. So I just think change nothing. And she's staying down there at 165. 165 and 167, same thing. Same place,
Oh,
way it
okay.
is. See, the house burnt and stuff, and we moved the camper in, and they give back the address like it was. I mean, that's where everybody getting everything confused.
I was trying to like find a phone number for you or anything.
I don't answer phone for nobody. I mean, I can't. I'm about half deaf, and I about have what somebody's lives.
Yeah. So, what do you think about Jody Sue and Andy? Do you think that there's any chance that they're
Well,
involved, or
They got some property on another road, and it's odd that they went and checked that property that day, and ain't been that property in over a year.
is that where Jody Sue's living right now?
No, that's where they live.
So Fred says that Jody Sue went and checked on the property, and I know exactly which property it is. It also goes all the way out to the Washington County line, just like 209 does. So he says she went to go check on the property, hadn't been out there in over a year. I don't know if was Fred close with her. Maybe I'm trying to think if he would have. How would he know? Who said what? Yeah, how does he know it's been over a year? So, but it's not Jody Sue's property. And I really think people need to understand Jody Sue owns no property in Beach Creek. Nothing belongs to her. She's not a property owner. She doesn't pay taxes on a property. So please know that. I know she acts like she does, but she doesn't own a goddamn thing. She doesn't even own a goddamn car. All right? So, nor does she have a license. She doesn't even own a license, you guys. Jody Sue does not even own a license. She does not even have a fucking license. Yikes. So, anyway, what was I saying? Oh, so he said, no, that's important. She went to check the property. Now, did he say they or she? I need to go back. Yeah, she don't own shit. She don't even own that trailer. She doesn't. All she owns are cigarettes that she sticks in her mouth. That's about it. So hold on one sec.
That address what it is. I mean, that's where everybody getting everything confused.
I was trying to like find a phone number for you or anything.
I don't answer phone for nobody. I mean, I can't. I'm about half deaf, and I about have to watch somebody's lives.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, what do you think about Jody Sue and Andy? Do you think that there's any chance that they're
Well,
involved, or
They got some property on another road, and it's odd that they went and checked that property that day, and ain't been that property in over a year.
is that where?
All right. Hold on. To be fair. Hold on. To be fair, he said they went and checked that property that day. Listen, it was asked by Ronnie Lawson that all property owners search their own property. I'm truly serious when I say I can't take what he just said and say, whoa, that's suspect. Why's she been out there? Even if she hadn't been there in a year, they were asked as property owners. Now, if Andy went to check for that particular family member or whatever, I can't hold that against anybody. Do you know what I'm saying? I cannot. They were all asked to check their properties, literally. So try to have a little bit of understanding for that. If you, all right, let's say Nana for life, You're just the first person I looked down at. Nana for life. If you had an elderly relative who owned a whole bunch of property out in Beach Creek and you were asked by law enforcement to please check all your properties, all your outhouses, every nook and cranny, would you go help and search that property for an elderly family member? Would you head out there? Or if it was your property, you hadn't been out there in a while. I find it hard to believe that if it was Andy's property, which, well, I'm not going to get into it. Listen, I find it hard to believe that if you did own a property, you wouldn't check up on that property in a whole year. Maybe, I don't know. Not my property, not my life. But how are we going to hold that against Andy and Jody Sue the day Summer went missing, that they went out and checked a property when the whole community was asked to check all their properties? So I can't, in all fairness, I can't do that. I know a lot of people are quick to jump and say, oh, that's suspect. Well, no, it's not. Law enforcement asked them to go check. So, and listen, Fred might feel, he has every right to feel the way he does, but let's see. Hold on, I saw something. What's wrong with my mouse? My mouse is not working. I just changed batteries in it. What's happening here? Hold on, guys. Oh my God, is this seriously right now in the middle of my live? I gotta change the batteries out in my mouse. Come the fuck on. No. Can't have this. I just changed these like a week ago. All right, hold on.
I mean, that's where everybody getting everything confused.
I was trying to like find a phone number for you or anything.
I don't answer phone for nobody. I mean, I can't. I'm about half dead, and I about have to watch somebody's lips.
Yeah. So what do you think about Joe?
All right, hold on. So Jelly Bean says they did check it on the 14th looking for Dobbs. Jelly Bean. Right. Okay. Let's be really for real. Say they did go out there on the 14th to check for Dobbs. Summer goes missing on the 15th. Law enforcement asks everybody to check their property. They were just out there yesterday, but Summer disappeared on the 15th. Would you say, hey, I was out there yesterday, I don't need to go back out? Or would you go back out? We have to be fair in certain circumstances. We can't pick at every single little thing. Like, we really do have to take into consideration, even if they went out there on the 14th, the 15th was a whole nother story. I would have gone back out too. I wouldn't have cared that I was there the day before looking for Jackie Dobbs or whatever. I would absolutely drive out to whatever property it was and I would go. We can't, you got to pick and choose your battles. I get what people are saying, but I like literally sitting here. I wouldn't normally, because like leading up to this, I wasn't thinking that way. But right now, here in this moment, I remember asking all residents to check their properties, regardless of whether they were there 4 hours before Summer went missing. They could have been there that morning, but when Ronnie Lawson said a day after, please check all your properties, you gotta do it. Gotta do it. Could have moved her. They could still be moving her. Find Summer's truth. How many days has it been? How many days? She could have been moved every single day for the last 500 and how many days has it been? I think it's been 465 days Summer has been missing for 465 days. How many times could her body have been moved if it's in something? Times that by 2, 3, 4 times a day. I'm just saying. Summer could absolutely have been moved. Roswell, baby, you think Summer was gone before the 15th? Yeah, she very well could have been, because everything that we see, everything that we are told by the TBI says her mother said, her mother reported, her mother this. Not, we have Summer on surveillance. Guess what? They've never said that. Somebody else said it, but that someone else ended up saying, oh no, I never said that. We don't have Summer on surveillance, point blank. So I never questioned it. I always pushed it away. The last time anybody saw Summer, well, hold on a minute. The last time anybody saw Summer outside that family was the Saturday before at the garage sale at the church. But then you've got Jody saying, hold on, don't forget. Jody said, the last day I saw Summer, the boy said, Mom, Jody's right. It's the dogs. It's got to be the dogs. So Jody Sue says she saw Summer the day she went missing. Jody's own admission. The day that the boys were telling Candace, it's the dogs, the dogs, the dogs. Jody said, the last day I saw Summer, which means Jody alleges she saw Summer on the 15th. She also says she saw Summer on the 14th as well, down by the creek. The puppy was in play. That's what she said. Those are her words. The puppy was in play. We've got Jody Sue Brown saying she saw Summer on the 14th and the 15th of June. She's outside the family, but I don't trust her. So Saturday was the garage sale at the church. Summer was last seen, in my opinion, by the church folk on Saturday. I just don't trust anything. So I'm going to trust the people who saw her at the garage sale that Saturday before. What happened between Saturday and Tuesday, I don't know. But all of the TBI's reports say she was last seen by her family. So is it possible Summer disappeared before the 15th? I never thought so. Ever, ever, ever. It was never even a subject or a topic here on my channel. But today, 465 days later, I can say I'm just not so sure. Is it possible she could have been missing before? Yeah, I think so. I do. But let's hope that what we know is what's true, right? Let's hope that that was the last day she was seen. I think that proof will be for that video, right? The TBI can see when those videos were taken. The one of her in the swimming hole, the one of her in the back of the car. They know when that video was actually recorded, not uploaded, recorded. The TBI knows if those videos were taken on the 15th. That's all that matters. As long as they know, it's good with me. I also keep in mind WJHL says this is the last known video of Summer Wells, the one in the swimming hole. So if you want to lend total credibility to that statement, it all comes down to journalism. the questions that they're asking at WJHL. If they are, yup, the hospital has cameras as well, right, Leandra? But what if they did not walk Summer in? What if she was in a parking lot and in the back seat of Candace Hare's truck, you can't see? Sonic, the hippie house, all these places. But if Summer was in the back seat in the middle, who's going to see her on a camera? And who's going to prove she's alive unless you see her arms flailing around or her legs moving or you can hear her voice on audio? Well, I have questions. I mean, I really do. But I really, truly hope the 15th was the last day she was seen. I don't want to ever find out she was missing for a day or 2 or 3 before. I'll literally lose my shit. But a lot of people have always felt that way. There's many people who think Summer went missing the day before. Something happened the day before. We already know that because of the Jackie Dobbs situation. Back. Can you guys hear me okay? I was just joking in the chat. I said, somebody hacked me. They're in my computer. They're watching me. You know how Jody's like, people are planting stuff in my trailer. They're watching me. They're this. You know what? It happened to me yesterday. It crashed. It did the same thing. It said, oh, snap. I'm like, oh, yeah, no problem. I'm only in the middle of a stream. I don't know why it's doing that. I should probably restart it. I keep it on all the time. All right, hold on. Sorry about that, guys. I'm so sorry. Here we go. Back to Fred. That was my reminder to shh and start playing this again. Okay, let's go.
Sue and Andy. You think that there's any chance that they're involved, or
they got some property on another road, and it's odd that they went and picked that property that day, and hadn't been that property in over a year.
Is that where Jody Sue's living right now?
No, that's where they lived before they moved to
Right
his
here.
aunt's place. So. But it's straight across from Mount Carmel Church.
Yeah.
But it's I feel like Andy and them had something to do with it. I mean, help them do something.
Is that why she's was supposed to meet me today? But
Because it was odd when she went missing. They usually won't talk to nobody. They stay up on the hill and stuff. But as soon as she went missing, they didn't leave that road down there. They stayed down there for 3 days, day and night. They're trying to hear everything that's being said. I mean, it just made me feel like it is.
paranoid.
Yeah.
She doesn't
And
want
then
anybody
the
speaking
4
to
days,
Andy.
he takes off to Knoxville and don't come back for over a month. And they get a restraining order against each other and everything. Don't make sense.
So
to
they
me.
aren't really together. They're not together anymore.
No.
So she's telling the truth about that.
Yeah.
Where is she living at right now?
I'd
Kathy?
say she's with her mom.
Where's her mom live?
I think it's Stardust Drive.
What?
Stardust Drive.
Where's that at?
It's in Long Star.
Is that
in
near
Silver
Kingsport?
Gardens. Yeah.
Okay, because she told
Feel
me.
like when you go out here and take a ride on Beach Creek, you get to the end of the creek, you get on Old Blair's Gap, and it runs into Long Star.
Well, I can't just show up there because she won't freak. She'll freak out. Do you think that they
see,
were?
Andy's dad,
Yeah, George.
yeah. See, he lives right straight across from Stardust Drive.
Huh.
That's how Andy and her met. You see, they right there.
How long have they been together? For a long time, right?
Yeah, pretty good while.
She was saying 20-some
Yeah,
years.
she tried to say I tried to rape her and stuff, and only thing I done to give her a ride home from the club. She was messed up, keep from her getting raped and stuff.
Yeah, I never heard that
Like she
story.
said.
Have you?
That story.
Yeah.
I figured it would be, you know.
I don't think does Joey still say anything about Fred. I don't think the only one that's throwing you under the bus is Don Wells.
Mhm.
He first Dudley. I don't know if you know Dudley Ajon. You, Fred, Hill, and I want to talk to Jamie Killian. Do you know that? Okay, that's somebody. Jamie Killian or something. He worked with Don.
See, Don, only time Don, in 15 years he lived down there. He might have been here 15 times. And
So-
then after she went missing, he probably here 200 times since she went missing. I mean,
To do what? What's he do? Was he?
want to hang out and stuff. I mean, I feel like he's trying to set me up or something. You know what I mean? He'd always come with a bunch of codes or this or that and wanting to party, and I don't want no part of it.
Yeah.
But that's why he
Yeah. I mean,
even before
see, like
she went
I'm gonna
missing,
tell you,
he-
I don't care about like anybody using drugs or anything like that. That's like not my what I'm worried about. I'm worried about where somewhere is gonna
yeah,
happen.
that's it.
Even like, he wants to also throw Andy into. But if you think that Andy and Jody Sue possibly,
He
you think
was
are they
in-
on drugs for you?
Well,
Ted?
see, about 3 o'clock that day,
Mhm.
I had a car. I had a bunch of cars here at that time. I mean, long road, loading them and stuff on trailers stuff, and I was having to park in the road to load them, and I'd have to move and let people by. They one truck come in, and I can't place what color it is or nothing. I mean, I remember a truck, and it was just odd that way it acted and stuff. And Andy come in and followed it out. Like he would come in and get it to take it wherever, But I can't place. I can't remember what
So,
kind of truck. It did like my mind blank on that.
So
but
you-
I remember. I know everything. Every vehicle was in here that day.
So you think Andy's okay? So is it Andy's mom or Jody Sue's mom that has a red Tacoma?
Jody Sue,
Do you,
because it ain't got the ladder rack stuff on that.
but it did.
Yeah. Because she even said down there when on the third day I walked down there and was talking to them and Dawn and was searching too for Summer certain places and stuff. I figured he may have put her or whatever, because I way he acted that night, she was already dead, I mean, within 3 hours. I mean, everything he said was.
So what you know for sure that he was home that day. Summer went missing on June 15th.
Yeah, I seen.
What time do you know? Like,
I hit it early that morning, about 8, 9 o'clock.
and he came
Because
down
the
here,
boys was with him.
or you were down there.
I was just going out and I seen him.
the boys were with him.
Yeah.
Like, did you see him like coming out of the driveway?
Yeah, he was going in actually.
Oh wow.
But see, that Andy was in here because I'd done this 165 and 67. I had a couple cars down there after it, bottom of the driveway. Well, I was parked in the road that same day because I hauled 67 off that day. And Andy come in about between 3 and 3:30, somewhere around there. And I had to pull out of the road, let him by. But see, that truck, I had to pull out of the road up here when I loaded one when that truck went in. And then it come back out and it sat up there, about where that light pole is in the road. Instead of coming on down here and just, I pulled over there and stuff, and he just kept sitting. So I backed up and went down here and turned at this steep curve and went on down to 167 to load that other vehicle. And that truck didn't come out for a long time. I didn't even thinking about it at the time, see. But Andy, he come in that little silver car they had. And I pulled out of the road to let him by at about between 3 and 3:30 because I ended up didn't get that lady time to take it out.
You saw Andy at 3 to 3:30 that day, the day Summer went missing.
And then he come in and followed that truck back. That truck followed him back out.
Are you sure you saw
I'm
him?
100%.
He supposedly wasn't getting home till 32 said like 5:30.
I don't see. He's hollering that he's at work and he's on video and stuff. He might have been at certain times, but I know he was in here at that time because he's on camera.
Oh, really?
There's a camera down the holler that everybody is in here. I mean, the FBI's got all the pictures.
No, they called the police at 6:30 p.m. that day. So supposedly Dawn got home at, well,
They're saying
I guess it was
seen walking down the road at 7.
well, that was one of the first news
How could
things.
that possibly have seen her again?
No, not 7. They were saying that she was seen walking away. That was last night. That was one of the first news clips. It wasn't 7. The 6:30 is when the police were called, and
They've always been abusive stuff too.
have you witnessed any abuse?
Yeah, I mean, I went down. They stole some stuff off of me down here at my mom's. Times here and turned at this steep curve and went on down to 167 to load that other vehicle. And that truck didn't come out for a long time. I didn't even thinking about it at the time, see. But Andy, he come in that little silver car they had. And I pulled out of the road to let him by at about between 3 and 3:30 because I ended up didn't get that late in time to take it out.
You saw Andy at 3 to 3:30 that day, the day Summer went missing.
And then he come in and followed that truck back. That truck followed him back out.
Are you sure you saw
I'm
him?
100%.
He supposedly wasn't getting home till 32 said like 5:30.
I don't see. He's hollering that
7,
he's at work and he's on video and stuff. He might have been at certain times, but I know he was in here at that time because he's on camera.
Oh, really?
There's a camera down the holler that everybody is in here. I mean, the FBI's got all the pictures.
No, they called the police at 6:30 p.m. that day. So supposedly Dawn got home at, well,
They're saying
I guess it was
seen walking down the road at 7.
well, that was one of the first news
How could
things.
they possibly have seen her again?
No, not
Car they had, and I pulled out of the road to let him by about between 3 and 3:30 because I ended up didn't get that lady in time to take it out.
You saw Andy at 3 to 3:30 that day, the day Summer went missing.
And then he come in and followed that truck back. That truck followed him back out.
Are you sure you saw
I'm
him?
100%.
He supposedly wasn't getting home till 32 said like 5:30.
I don't see. He's hollering that he's at work and he's on video and stuff. He might have been at certain times, but I know he was in here at that time because he's on camera.
Oh, really?
There's a camera down the holler that everybody is in here. But I know he was in here at that time because he's on camera.
Oh, really?
There's a camera down the holler that everybody is in here. I mean, the FBI's got all the pictures.
No, they called the police. It was 6:30 p.m. that day. So supposedly Dawn got home at, well,
They're saying
I guess
Sandra
it
was seen walking down the road. It said.
well, that was one of the first news
How could
things.
they
That's,
possibly have seen her?
no, not 7. They were saying she was seen walking away. That was last night. That was one of the first news clips. It wasn't.
So I know what this lady's talking about. Do you guys remember very early on when it was said that there was a man on his bike? The wife actually spoke on Facebook. There was a man riding his bike. He had a camera on, like a GoPro, and that they caught the boys down by the creek on the camera. That was at 7 or 7:30. Does anybody remember? Was it 7:30? Was it 7 or 7:30? I think that, see how it's so easy to get things mixed up, especially going back to the beginning and thinking back on certain things. So the woman here who's saying that Summer was seen at 7 o'clock walking down the road. No. It was a man riding his bike who said that he saw the boys down by the creek next to the guardrail. You remember? Yes. And so Deets on the streets. There's a camera down the holler that everybody who was in there is on, right? He says it's with the FBI. It was 7:30. Okay. Lippy thinks it was 7. It was 7 or 7:30. Let's go with 7:30. I think it was 7:30 because 7:04 was when law enforcement showed up on scene, right? So, but that's completely separate from Summer. And the very earliest reports was Summer was seen walking away from her home. So this lady who's speaking, I think she got a little bit confused, maybe, possibly. And I still want to know who gave that story, who gave the account of Summer being last seen walking away from her home, wearing a pink t-shirt, gray pants, and possibly barefoot. I've always wondered who gave that story, who gave that account, who and where did that come from? It's always been a question of mine because I do not believe for a second that Summer was walking away from her home. I think whoever said that wanted it to be how easily she could have been picked up, right? If she was walking away from her home. But let's be honest. How many children are you going to watch walk away from their home and not try to help or stop them or say, hey, where's your mom? Do you need to turn around and go home? You're all by yourself. It's getting late. Think about it. It's 6:30 at night, or in their words, 7:37, 7 o'clock. The sun would probably be going down, June 15th, around a couple hours. So it wouldn't be very long, about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so. I don't believe Summer was last seen walking away from her home. I don't believe it for a second. a lot of people said that that story came from the boys. Now, I don't know if that story came from the boys or not, but if it did, I truly believe they were told to say that. So yeah, in the very beginning, it was that Summer was last seen walking away from her home. Maybe the same person who told dispatch or 911 she was 4. Yeah, Jess, right? Hey, Moonchild Pink. And I just want to say, Crystal, the Crystal girl that was in here before, I'm gonna be straight up, okay? Straight up. The reason I just got so pissed is because of this. This is what I'm gonna say. Here you have Andy, who came into chat trying to help out with whatever he may know, okay? Adding to the situation all of the little details that people are asking questions about. Crystal, if you're still listening, and what did you do? Where's Andy? Gone. Never came back because he was attacked in the chat. You will never find a single person who's going to stick around to try to help out when they're being attacked in a chat. They're just going to leave. So Crystal, what you did is you scared Andy off, therefore limiting any further information that could possibly help Summer. You're not the brightest bulb in the box or the sharpest fucking crayon. That's why I got irritated, because as I'm trying to talk to Andy and ask him a question, I've got a chatter attacking him in all caps. You understand? Would you want to stick around if somebody was coming at you? He didn't have to come in here, but he did. And he got attacked by somebody in my chat. So, Crystal, what you did was not helpful at all. You could simply have asked him without badgering him in the chat. That's why I got pissed like I did, because I'm sure it'll come up at some point. Someone will clip it and be like, this is the way Tiffany talks to her subscribers. Well, yeah, it is when I'm trying to accomplish something worth a damn and trying to get answers. And basically what you did was you limited further information that could help Summer or to help us understand what went on that day. What Fred is talking about. He's legit talking about Andy. Andy came in here to talk. You ruined that, Crystal. So that's why I reacted to you the way I did after asking you several times not to do it. And I didn't even name you the first time. I said, please be kind. Please do not badger Andy in the chat. And you continued. So I just want to clear it up. Why you got the reaction you did from me, because I am trying to accomplish something here, trying to get to the bottom of some things, seeking answers, and a random chatter put the kibosh on that. So I won't forget that happened, and I'm truly, I'll never ask for an apology from anybody. But I'm just going to say it should already be in my email. An apology should already be in my email from you, Crystal, with a K and a whatever at the end. You want answers for Summer? No, Crystal. Guess not. And I usually truly don't mind all caps, but not when it's to yell at people. Probably. Did Jody send her over to distract? I have no idea. But nobody in this chat is stupid enough to do that. So, anyway, I mean, everybody else gets it. Everyone else understands, but not Crystal. It's fucking unbelievable. Because it's just not that serious to some people. That's all. Yeah, you don't have to type in caps to be seen. No, she wanted to make him uncomfortable in the chat, and that's exactly what she did. He'd only been in here for like 2 minutes talking about what we're talking about. Like literally, Fred Hill is being played on my screen where he's saying he saw Andy pass by. He had to move over on the side of the road, this, that, and the other. And Andy's answering. Like, give me a break, man. I don't get it. It's like, do I have to spell it out for people? Or guess so. And then she leaves. Yeah, mission accomplished, right? She doesn't want Andy to clear anything up. She doesn't want anything that Fred said to be cleared up. Some people like question marks. I don't. All right. Yeah, that's what she did. And she did make him uncomfortable. I wouldn't allow anybody to make Eden feel uncomfortable, or Rhiannon, or Just You and Me, or Jax, or Sarisa. And I don't like disrespectful, ignorant people. So, oh, hold on a second. Somebody just sent me Cash App. Hold on a second. I don't want to call their name out because I don't know. Hold on a sec. How do I see? Oh my gosh. I'm so not good with this. I'm just going to say the letter J. I don't want to say your name because I don't want to dox you. But thank you so much. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Her message said I appreciate you and all you still do for Summer. Thank you. I appreciate you still being here for Summer. Let me send you. I've been putting a little TM when people send me Cash App. Hold on. Let me just respond with my little TM. Thank you so much, Jay. I'm just gonna call her Jay because I don't know what her YouTube name is. Guys, if you ever send one, and I don't even have my Cash App's not even in my about section. I took it out. I took it out because I'm sick of listening to people bitch. But it's been out for a long time. I usually don't even notice when I get them, but I had my phone in my hand, so I saw it immediately. But what if you do send me one, for instance, put your YouTube name so I know who sent it, because when I get them, I'm so appreciative, but I don't know who some people are, because if they don't tell me who they are, I can't thank them personally, you know? But I know this, or maybe they might use their real name I don't know though. But thank you so much. Let me see here. Someone asked a question. Where was it? Oh, no. Hold on. Becca, welcome. Becca, welcome to members. Hold on. Rowena, thank you so much for being a member for 10 months. Night Stalker for 3 months. Sarisa for 11 months. Thank you. Yeah, use up your little your little message thingies. I don't see them on StreamYard, though. I have to be looking at my phone in order to see the milestone. I don't know why the StreamYard doesn't catch the milestones, but it catches the everything else, just not the milestone. But thank you very much. Thank you to every member. And I know I don't do member lives, but this fall I am going to be doing member lives because I'm going to be taking you guys some places, and I'm probably not going to do it public. I actually have something that I just did a couple days ago. I went out on a little excursion, and I almost went live, but I didn't. But I recorded it, and I'm going to be doing a couple things this fall. I'd love to take you guys with me, but unfortunately there's so many crazy people. I can't exactly, drive around with people while I'm live because, you know how people are. Strawberry, thank you so much for being a member for 4 months. Audrey for 9 months. Jess, 5 months. Deline for 3 months. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm serious. I really do appreciate all of the members. I don't ever expect anything from anybody, but when I see those like 10 months, 11 months, I'm like, holy crap. I really am thankful and I'm grateful. Please don't ever think that I'm not. Woman of Steel. Hi, Tiffany. You were so great at this. I'm so glad you're here for summer. 11 months. Damn. Thank you so much, Woman of Steel. And then Valerie, 5 months. Yes, it did me. Love you, Tiffany. Sasha McLean, 3 months. Thank you. Chrissy M, 8 months. Oh, it's so fun. Oh, it's Zip. Zippity doodah. I was wondering, I'm like, I don't have my Cash App up anywhere. How did this person get my Cash App? I got you, Zip. Zip sent another one. Thank you. So freaking sweet. All right. Let's go. Oh, hold on. She says it's Zip, but I don't ever need a shout out. No, I'm shouting you out. Love you, Zip. You're the best. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going. We're going to keep going. I would be a member in a heartbeat, but I don't have extra money. The Paula Hour, don't worry about it at all. A lot of people don't. And there's going to be a lot of rough times ahead, I think, coming here soon in the winter. And people are really going through a lot of people are struggling. So just know you never need to send anything. I don't expect anything. And I truly appreciate you just being here. You being here is enough. Supporting me just by being in chat, just by watching is all truly I could ask for. Seriously. Love you too, Zep. Rowena, thank you so much. Aw, thank you so much for always keeping Summer number 1. She is number 1. Oh, you posted it, Morris? Okay, I didn't see you in there. I didn't realize. Okay. I'm like, who is that? How did they get it? I don't advertise. Like, I don't push it around. Morris is the only one who's allowed to drop my Cash App. I have one person who's allowed to drop it. I said like every 30 minutes. And I don't want it to be out there too much. Stacy Chit Chats, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You're the best. The best. Oh my gosh. Dana Keiko. Dana. I love you, Dana. Thank you so much. Dana just sent me a Cash App too. She said, for no shout out either. I love that you love Summer. I love that you love Summer. I love that you Love summer. Everybody loves summer. Thank you so much. Dana, you didn't have to do that. Never, ever, ever think that I need anything. I appreciate you so much. Oh my goodness. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm like getting a whole bunch of love here. You guys are so good to me all the time. Oh my goodness. Hold on one sec. They changed Cash App the way that I can't see. Hold on. Let me click. Where is it? Okay, so this one I can't say who it's from because it's their real name. Thanks for everything you do. No thanks required. Well, I'm gonna thank you anyway. The initial is C. I appreciate that. You guys, that really means a lot to me. I seriously appreciate it, and really, really do. I have 2 super chats in case I didn't see. Lee Marie, I got Rowena and Stacy. Did I miss another one? Hey, Queen Bee, what's up? Somebody drop Queen Bee's link, would you please, for me? If you're not subbed to Queen Bee, please do. So happy you came over to join over here. I freaking love Queen Bee. She's the shit. Dana, driving, but I'm here listening and love you all. Dana took the time to Cash App me and to chat while she was in the car. Drive safe, please. No texting and driving. My rules. Be safe, Dana. All right. We appreciate, I know you guys do, and I appreciate you too. I seriously am very, very grateful. I have such a great amount of people here who are so kind and so generous, but most of all, they're still here for summer. And without you guys, we wouldn't be able to help in any way, and we wouldn't be here still doing all of this. And it makes me feel really good that people are still showing up for her, because as of late, it's kind of felt like people are starting to forget about her. And the live streams that I do on summer prove no one is forgetting her. So, Salty C, thank you. Oh my goodness, every time I go to press play, I get another one. Morris must have dropped it just recently because Salty, thank you so much. You guys, you're making me cry. I freaking love you guys. Jeez. Summer's Army. That's right. Salty C, thank you. She sent a Cash App, so you guys can't see it, but she said, love you, TM. Love you too. For real, for real. Remy, thank you so much. Super sticker. What's on the sticker? I always look. And then we're going to get right back to it. We're going to get right back to it. Aw. Thank you. Much love from America. Remy is in Canada. And Dazed and Confused has been a member for 2 months. Love you, Fandamily. Love you too, Dazed and Confused. Oh, Dazed and Confused also dropped their link because Dazed has a great channel over there. I love Dazed and Confused. They do use a voice changer. I get so freaked out by voice changers. Dazed and Confused is the only person that I'll listen to with a voice changer trying to scare me. Thank you, Dazed. Laying in bed listening. Salty, I hope you're okay. You feeling okay? Oh, shoot. It's a Chrissy M. Okay, thank you. She just sent another one because I didn't say her name. Thank you. Chrissy M, thank you so much. Yeah, always send me your YouTube name, because otherwise I'm like, oh my God, I can't thank this person. I don't know who it is. And I forget people's names, so it goes right over my head. Thomas, thank you. What does it say? Thanks for all your loving kindness for Summer. I wish I could take Summer and scoop her up and bring her to safety. I've always had this, like, especially in the beginning of Summer's case, I remember I used to just pray they would carry her out of the woods. Like, I would imagine it, right? They always say that if you really want something to happen, to picture it, to envision it, and to imagine it happening. So in the very first days, I would picture law enforcement carrying her out safely, alive. And I remember when me and AB used to sit at night and listen, and they were doing the scanner and they were circling over and the planes. And I used to go to bed every night and think, today's the day where I'm going to wake up tomorrow and they're going to have found her. You know, they're going to have found her. And I had this like picture of them carrying her out, and it never happened. And now, if they did, it wouldn't be a happy ending. So anyway, I always used to like envision the police just carrying her out like she got lost somewhere, you know? And it just is looking so grim, you know? They say, like, you know, your thoughts manifest. So I always try to keep this positive thought of Summer, like hanging on to them for dear life, you know, being carried to safety. And I'm just so angry. And there's not a single person who's helping her. It's like not law enforcement, not searchers or anything like that. Just whoever knows something, whoever knows where Summer is, they're not standing up. They're not doing what they need to do for her. And it makes me so angry. Whoever that person is.
At 7. They no the police. 6:30 is when the police were called, and
I just looked down at my phone, and thank you, Eden Knight. I just got your Cash App. You guys are really, really so sweet. Thank you, Eden. Yeah, Rhiannon Benson says, please, if somebody knows something, go to the TBI and help. Like, how heartless can you be? Like, they're not human. I try to think, like, what would possibly keep you from helping a 5-year-old child? I like never really get emotional at my streams ever, but like, it's been 15 fucking months.
Will you
They've
be?
always been abusive stuff too.
Have you witnessed any abuse?
Yeah, I mean, I went down. They threw some stuff off of me down here at my mom's
Uh-huh.
once, and I went down there to talk to them, and the youngins was locked in the basement. That was before they even put stairs down in the basement. No clothes on or nothing. It colder than hell. I mean, colder than it is now. And I mean, they act like they hadn't even never seen a person. I mean, the way they acted and stuff when I knocked on the door there, because I didn't know which door. I knocked on the top door, nobody answered, and then knocked on the bottom door, and they just one mattress laying in there, and the one little looked like a little blanket for them. I
Did
mean,
you saw Summer or that day or?
I didn't see Summer that day.
But you think
know.
that they kept her in the basement a lot? So
Well, I just talking about the whole time they had kids, you know.
yeah, I mean they claim that she slept with them, which is weird.
Yeah.
Do you think he was like touching her inappropriately?
I'd say he probably was. I mean, they've always had a lot of sex offenders and stuff. Because my phone alerts me and stuff on it, and every little bit it's alerting that sex offenders down there.
Yeah. Is there anybody else that you think I should talk to that would know Don Wells and that would talk and be one of mine?
There's one girl that was staying with them and stuff a lot, kind of anonymous, and
Dale
her
Terry?
name's never been brought up. I don't know why, but the other little girl that people's been seeing is her daughter.
Is it Dale Terry?
No, it's I'm trying to get her name. She's Ken's family. She's a Crawford.
Her last name's
Marlena Crawford.
Marlena Crawford.
Yeah.
Was a young. How old was she?
All right, so Dana, you did not. Hold on a minute. I want to talk about Marlena really quick. I'm like emotional as fuck right now, and I don't know why. So do not make me cry. I swear, I can already see it. I had a dream. I don't cry in front of people ever. Tiffany, my very last dream of summer, she was surrounded by a beautiful glowing light. She held my hand and led me to the area I used to have nightmares about. She's at such peace wherever she is. I know it. But is she, Dana? Is she at peace? If she's alive, she's not. If she's alive, whoever has her is most likely a monster. If she's passed, then if you believe in God, she's with God and she's safe and she's at peace. But she was 5. Somebody snuffed her out, you know? So, yeah, I think that if Summer is past, she's at peace, she's safe, she's in the arms of God, you know? But if she's alive, God only knows what's happening to her. And it's just, how the fuck they got out of there with her and no one saw a thing. Somebody saw something. Somebody knows something. Somebody knows. Somebody might not even know that they know. You know, like, I want Summer to be safe in heaven because I don't want her to be hurt, but I also want her to be alive. And I want her to be alive even if she is being hurt because I want her to be saved and she can heal. Right? That's selfish of me to want her to be alive even if she's being hurt. I don't want her to be dead. Does that make sense? People escape after years and years. If she's alive and she was to escape in 20 years from now, she wouldn't even know her name. You know? I'm going to keep playing this. Hold on. Because I'm getting like way too emotional, which I never do, but I don't even know why, actually. I don't know what just made me emotional like that. Like what happened before that I got all upset. I don't know. Hold on.
She's probably in her 20s or something.
She was.
About 25.
How long ago
or
was
so.
she staying with them?
She was with them that morning.
Are you sure?
I know. And her daughter stayed with them that night too.
Oh.
Before she went missing.
How was she?
She's probably in her 20s or something.
She
Probably
was.
about 25.
How long ago
or
was
so.
she staying with them?
She was with them that morning.
Are you sure?
Oh my God. Hold on. Did you guys hear this? Let me take this down. He said Marlena was with them that day, that morning. I know Ziggy's gone over this. Like, I know that Ziggy has talked about this. And I haven't watched all of Ziggy's live streams, especially about Fred. Like I said, I've kind of glazed over them because I wasn't focused on Fred. But he's saying Marlena was with Candace that day, that morning. Is that true? Oh my gosh. Is Paint It Black here? Paint It Black, are you here in chat? Hun? Hold on. Do I see her? Does anybody see Paint It Black? I just got your Cash App. Thank you so very much. I don't know if you're here. Maybe you are, but I can't see you and you're listening. Maybe she's not in chat, but I want to say thank you very much. So very much. Hey, Steffers, how are you? And you're here. Thank you. Paint It Black. Thank you so much. I just saw. We all need a good breakdown. Cry. We've been through all these emotions. I just don't know where it came from. I didn't cry all the way. Don't say I cried. I didn't cry all the way. Only because I'm talking to you guys. I'm not a crier, so at all. Paint It Black. Thank you. Hugs back, Joyce. Hugs to everybody. I think everybody's kind of, maybe it's just because it's been so long, and maybe it's because we're tired of wanting answers, you know? And it's almost kind of like at this point, I feel, what if they never find her? I worry that they will never find her. And what? Wicked bitch this house says, and Marlena said her daughter told her Summer was packing a bag because she had to go away. Huh? Who said that? Marlena said that? Marlena said her daughter told her Summer was packing a bag because she had to go away. Who did she tell that to? Northern Light, it probably is. Probably is Mercury retrograde. Who knows? I heard that somewhere. It says dazed. Marlena? It was posted on another channel's video. Okay, I think I know which one. And it's the one that I would probably say don't put that name in here. Is that right, Wicked Bitch of the South? Or no? Is it there's not many channels I feel that way about. Is it begin with an L? Yeah. Okay, I thought so. And somebody send me that link in my email if you wouldn't mind, because I'd like to hear that. I did not hear that. The Marlena info from that creator isn't reliable. I feel that it's not reliable either, but was it Marlena saying it or was it the creator? See, and I can't trust that creator. So what do we do in that situation? So this is the thing. If that's true, Marlena would have told law enforcement, right? So we have to trust that if that's true, Marlena would tell law enforcement. Teresa says Marlena didn't mention it in the beginning when she first came out about her daughter being there. No, she didn't. You're right. Okay. She said, hold on. She said she played the video recording. You can hear Marlena saying that, Night Stalker. She should have told them. Yeah, I think she would have, right? Jesus. Marlena also said Pruitt was her uncle. Right. Well, you know, I will say this. Now, while Marlena has every right to stay silent and not to talk, I truly believe that that's fine. I also feel that Marlena is somebody who has flown under the radar for a really long time. And as long as she's helping on the law enforcement end of things, then I'm thankful for that. But if she is not, I have a problem with that. And Marlena needs to be looked into because she has been silent, the most silent of them all. So only if Marlena is cooperating with law enforcement in every sense of the word will I be satisfied. As long as she's telling Ellie everything that she needs to, everything she knows, I'm fine with her. Only if. She has every right to stay quiet. She has a life. She has a child. Her little girl was close to Summer, but I just pray she's doing the right thing. That's all. But I do notice her silence. I do notice how absent she is from the scene. That's totally fine. I have nothing against her for that, as long as she is telling law enforcement everything she knows for Summer's sake. And if that's true, and please, guys, don't spread the rumor that Summer said she had to pack a bag because she had to go away. Always say where it came from and that Marlena is the one that said it. Make sure that everybody knows where to find that information. And no, Marlena is not the one who put her daughter on Summer Swing. That's Dale Terry. It's her granddaughter who was on Summer Swing. Hey, Yanni. Somebody needs to speak up. Anybody. Can anybody speak up for Summer? Jesus. These people, really, I just don't get it. I won't repeat it. It's hearsay, says Swamp Beast. Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, although I do repeat a lot because I'm always on, reading the chat or whatever. But just make sure everyone knows where to find that info. That way, nothing gets misconstrued. It's not stated as fact. Thank you guys for telling me in that way where it's not like stated as fact in my chat, because that sends me over the edge. I get so mad when that happens. I start yelling at people. I'll yell at my subs because I'm so mean to them. What did Dana say? Hold on a sec. I saw, okay, right here. Hold on. I was kind of thinking she had stated something. Marlena told me they were there the week before cleaning up for CPS and left that weekend. TBI has thoroughly questioned and assessed them multiple times. This is a fact. So Dana Keiko is clearing up that Marlena told her she was there the week before cleaning up for CPS, and then they left that weekend, and that TBI has thoroughly questioned and assessed Marlena and her daughter multiple times. Is that correct, Dana? Did I get that right? What is the email? Oh, right here, hon. This is my email. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right, I'm going to let this play, and I'm going to be listening because I have to use the ladies' room really quickly. So hold on 1 minute. I'm going to mute. I'm going to keep playing this. It's almost over. I think there's 6 minutes left, but we're going to really get into these Fred Hill interviews. Ziggy, thank you. Whenever you hear this, thank you for the interviews you did with Fred. This is extremely important, extremely helpful. And please do not discount this man because Jody says he has schizophrenia. In fact, don't even say it at all because it doesn't matter. He's not having a schizophrenic episode here in this either. So he's completely alert, oriented, aware of what he's saying. He's making sense. Now, whether he's being truthful or not remains to be known, right? Like, we don't know. But I'm not going to say, oh, no, we're not going to listen to Fred because Jody said he's skits. No. Why did Jody say that? Why doesn't Jody want anybody listening to Fred? Okay? Anyone Jody says not to believe, you better listen to him 10 times. All right, hold on 1 sec.
I don't know. And her daughter stayed with on that night too.
Oh,
before she went lit. Summer went lit.
Is that the whole party they had today on the sleeping slide?
I'm guessing.
Are you sure it was the mom or was it the dad that was there the day before? I know that it was like Summer's, they called it Summer's best friend, and they were on a slip and slide the day before she went missing.
I didn't even know she was staying down there until she even told me herself, she even come here and she'd never been here before.
Where's she from?
Shit's odd,
Where's she from?
She's from.
Is she from here in Tennessee?
Yeah, she's been raised pretty much right here on the creek. Her mom's been pretty much and stuff. I mean, just
haven't heard
everybody, and she pretty much the same way.
Well,
what
time? When did
she seemed like she knew quite a bit? I mean, to me, that's why I'm pointing you that way.
I wonder how
I could get hold of her. She's kind of feisty, smart ass. I mean, just.
What age type of lady is she?
Yeah.
He said 20s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I was trying to think they live at Fort Elizabeth, and where they live. I was trying to think what road it is.
So she still lives here in town.
Huh?
She still lives here close.
Yeah. She still stays in contact with him close.
What is she? Oh, is she friends with him?
Yeah. She stays with him.
She probably won't talk then.
But she's kind of pissed at him and stuff. So she always still quite good.
What is she pissed off about?
I don't really know. I mean,
Probably drug related, huh? I'm guessing that they probably party up there, and that's probably why she hung out there.
yeah.
What's
I mean, that's why she's probably there.
What's
I mean,
his DOC? Cocaine? Drug choice?
mhm. Yeah.
What about Candace? Does she use drugs?
She uses drugs.
Like what
But
kind?
I just seen her drink for as I know and smoke pot. But
Okay. Well,
I know
maybe
she's
doesn't
on other
count.
shit because you can tell where she acts. You know.
Okay.
But I know he
what
goes
about Jody
always
Sue?
went. He talked about always going to Knoxville to get his dope.
Yeah,
You know.
he mentioned that thing. What about Jody Sue and Andy? Are they are they dealers really? I heard they're being investigated for dealing
I
with
don't
drugs.
think they're dealers. I think they getting maybe some pot off of them or something. He was raising
Yeah, I
some
don't care about
pot or
that. I
some
thought he was selling
bullshit.
meth and that she was
Yeah.
gonna put like her cancer medicine or whatever.
I see. Me and them didn't talk that much. I don't talk to nobody in this car hardly. 'Cause
Do you?
most of them must just be shit.
Yeah. Are you gonna be here later this week? And I can
Yeah.
stop by.
Yeah, I'm here about all the time, really.
Okay.
I'm right here in the holler somewhere, you know.
Okay.
If I ain't here, I'm
How will I
usually at
know
my
if you're here or
mom's.
not?
My mom lives down here at this double wide with the circle eye.
Okay, it's on this road.
Yeah.
It's-
Where the pond
So
and stuff was that they searched and all that.
You said it's 165. Where she?
Yeah, 165.
Will she be weirded out if I stop by there?
Well, she's bad shape. I mean,
Okay.
she's head face.
What should I look for to see if so I know that you're here? Like if I drive by here. This truck?
My friend's here in his truck. They come about generators for me to work on. I work on a lot of stuff for people and don't charge them hardly nothing. And they think I'm doing like, well, Don them thinks it, but Lyle knows there because they got a camera down the hall that shows everybody coming and going.
Well,
You know,
yeah, I don't.
it ain't no traffic in here or nothing. But
Well-
they are a lot on foot around. See his next house down. This
Okay.
is
In your opinion, if you don't mind me asking this question,
Mhm.
in your opinion,
Mhm.
if she drowned, what do you think they would have put her on?
I think that when he went back to work that day, that was his last day at that site. I feel like he was that.
That near that site that he was at.
That's what I feel myself.
But you
That's
said
what my gut feeling is.
so. But you said that you think he went to work, but it wasn't like all day long. Right?
No, he was just a cover up bullshit. All that was.
How long does it take to get
I
down
mean,
to
that's my. I mean, the way he talked, everything. I mean,
Can you show us those phones real quick, or do you want to
I
do
can
it
walk
finally?
down there and show you.
Are you able to drive down there, or
Yeah, I can walk down there quick as you can drive.
really?
Okay.
Okay. I'll come back
Let me
and
grab
visit
me
you
a
here. I want to
flashlight.
give you a little bit.
All right. So, what do you guys think about all of this? He spoke about, guys, prayers for Krama Mama's baby boy. He's, before I go on, he's been struggling with a double ear infection. Poor little guy. And no, Bridget, I was outside having a smoke, hon. I just had to run back in. So while I was listening, her little guy is really suffering with a double ear infection. He had 107, 106 fever yesterday. Good Lord. Guys, if your kids ever reach 103 and Tylenol doesn't bring it down, bring them to the emergency room right away. Seizures can happen at 104, so be very careful. It's super dangerous temperature. God bless them. I hope he's feeling back better in no time. Geez, my little guy used to suffer with ear infections terribly, Krama Mama, when he was a baby. He had to have tubes in. And once he had those tubes, he never got a single ear infection again. So I don't know how often he gets them, but mine got them very often. So, geez, and that was horrible. I remember. So he talked about cameras in the hollow, right? That would catch everybody that was in there. So what do you guys think of that? If you ask me, that would mean law enforcement would have those. So tubes are the next step. Krama Mama, I remember going in when my son had his tubes, and watching him being put under was the scariest part for me. I really had a difficult time with that. But I'm telling you, that very day after it was over, he came home, slept for a couple hours, and he was like a new kid, really. So if you do have to go that route with tubes, don't be scared. It'll help. It'll really, really help. And yeah, I remember. Geez, that was so many years ago. But oh, also, hold on a second. And I'm just gonna say the letter S. I received when I was outside just now, S. Thank you so very much for your Cash App. I don't want to say your name because your YouTube name wasn't there, but thank you. I appreciate it. So guys, as far as I know, Ziggy's going to be putting out more. And when she does, I'd like to go over them. I'm also going to come back tomorrow to go over the, this was only one of those conversations. So I'm going to definitely cover the Fred Hill stuff, and keep an eye out when Ziggy is doing her Fred Hill lives, because it's important. So now that you guys know, let's listen to what this guy has to say. Let's, focus on everybody who is speaking up in the Ben Hill area, not just Jody, not just Don. There are other people. And I think that if we listen to all of these stories that people have to say, maybe somewhere we can make sense of some things. But this is almost 4 hours, so I'm going to end it here. I hope that you guys enjoyed the live, and I will come back probably tomorrow. I'll do it in the morning. We'll do it in earlier than I did today. Hey, Killer Looks, how are you doing? Guys, would you want for before I end this, Killer Looks just went through the loss of his mom, and I want to make sure that he knows we're all here and we're all very sympathetic to his loss. Killer, I've been thinking of you and your family, and I cannot begin to imagine your pain. I know how much you love your mom. I've heard of you and your wife speak of her so fondly, and I hope that you're doing okay. And just know that you are being prayed for. This community really, really cares about you guys. And I hate to bring it up because I don't want, you're probably having a great day and then I bring it up, but I saw you and I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you lately. So I just wanted to say that we are thinking of you, and you're very, very loved here in this community. So Killer Looks, much love to you for the days and the weeks and the months and the years ahead. I know it's going to be a long road, and getting accustomed to life without, somebody who's been there your whole life. The loss of a parent, I have not experienced, but I fear the day, I dread the day, and I never want to know what that's like, but I guess all of us will. all of us will eventually take a turn in that department, and nobody ever wants to be there. But just know you're supported, and everybody cares very much about you, Killer, and send love to your wife as well. Killer says, but yes, ma'am, thanks. And everyone, that was so darn awesome. We're good, fam. I worried about everyone else first. Well, we were worrying about you. So, all right, guys, I'm going to be back tomorrow with some more Fred Hill stuff. Thanks to Ziggy, courtesy of Ziggy. And thank you to Ziggy for doing these streams. Aw, he says, and now you're going to make me cry, fam. I hear how much you care and do fear. I felt so the same. Thank you, Tiffany. You're welcome, Killer. I don't want to make you cry, but I did want to say how I felt to you, because I haven't seen you around, rightfully so. Take all the time you need, but the whole community is pulling for you and sending lots of healing vibes your way. But I'm going to be back tomorrow morning. I will catch up with you guys soon. And yeah, we'll do part 2 tomorrow. Laura says, wait, I need the rundown on Jenny Penny. Laura, do you listen to my lives, Laura? I have to go, Laura, because I have to go eat my dinner. But the rundown on Jenny Penny, go watch my last live I did yesterday. It'll sum it all up. I know Queen Bee messaged me a little while ago, Laura. She's like, hey, can you come up? I need you to explain to me. I didn't even see the message, but I left you a voice clip. I covered it all the last couple days. Laura, where you been? Laura doesn't even listen to me anymore. All right. So I'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you guys all stop by again tomorrow, okay? Don't forget me here. Hold on. I got another one. Hold on. You guys are sending me cash apps. All right. So who is it this time? Let me see. Oh my God. It's Zip again. Zip. Thank you. Zippity doo dah. Zip. You're the best. Thank you so much. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for my mods also. I always have to thank my mods for doing such a bang up job handling the chat and always showing up for me. Really do appreciate it. And have a great night. I don't know what's in store or what's going to happen next. I don't know if AB is going to go live. I could really go for an AB live, or I don't know. Well, I guess we'll have to go take a cruise around the YouTube streets and find out who's going live next. Yes, Summer Moon. That's what we're here for. Loyal to a fault. Thanks for being so real and raw about your feelings around Summer's case. Tiff, you said what most of us are feeling. Thank you for everything all of you do in this community. We're all in it together. And when they find her, we're going to be right here. Love you guys. Have a good night. Catch you later.